Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Today it is Brighton versus Chelsea, and as you can tell, we are starting a little bit earlier today, and that is because there is so much to talk about. So much has happened since I was live on air for the FA Cup semi-final. I'm joined today by a familiar face. I'm sure some of you will recognise it. This is Louis Edwards. He is also a Chelsea fan, and he runs a YouTube channel. I've left a link to his video about the European Super League down in the description to go over there. Smash the like button on that and hit subscribe to Louis as well. Louis, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's been a weird couple of days in the world of football. But yeah, now sort of more news to come out. I'm feeling a tad more positive, and also looking forward to today's game. Hopefully it'll be a good one. But it does feel like it's kind of been overshadowed somewhat from what we've been seeing over the last couple of days. But yeah, it's looking forward to the game at least.
Yeah, it should be a good game, and we are going to talk about it. We've got a few comments, a few score predictions. Louis, make sure you get your score prediction coming for a little bit later on once we've got through all of the teams and we have spoken about our thoughts. And I've not actually said my thoughts on the whole European Super League idea, and it's a little bit difficult to talk about because I know it is very highly opinionated at the moment. A lot of people are struggling with the idea of it, saying football has died and stuff like that. And so what I want to say about this situation is, obviously, as you can see scrolling across the bottom, Chelsea are to leave the European Super League as soon as possible. Manchester City have told the organisers of the European Super League that they do not want to be a part of it anymore. And my thoughts around this whole topic, if you want to hear Louis in detail, then you can check out his video in the description down below and you'll be able to see. So my thoughts are, the premise of the ESL, I think, if you had relegations and stuff like that, the premise of the ESL is, of course, something that could work pretty well. Getting more money to these clubs, moving more money around into sort of the top six, which would then be filtered down. But the problem is there isn't that relegation, and of course we want to see the best play the best, but they have to earn that right to play the best. And so if it was to continue, which it doesn't look like it will, especially with Chelsea and Man City both dropping out, then that would be my first change, would be to make sure that relegations can happen in this division. As it stands, it has been thought out really, really poorly, and I cannot underestimate that. It has been thought out so poorly, and it has only been thought out to benefit the top six sides and all of the rest of the sides that are in the division, which is probably why we're seeing the likes of Man City and Chelsea now pull out of it. These clubs have been selected on reputation and wealth rather than league position this season specifically, which is probably one of the worst parts about it. And they also don't want to focus on home competitions, and the Premier League is the heart of football in the UK. And for me, the biggest problem is us guys, us people who sit in the crowd, or a view from the crowd, as Louis will tell you. We are the people who are mostly affected by this. The football clubs are as well. And the six Prem teams, specifically Manchester United, Liverpool and Arsenal, they are built on the foundations of so much better than this. They are built on generations and generations and generations of hard work from individuals, from people behind the scenes, from players, from managers. They are built on this such a firm basis, and it goes against everything they have ever worked for. And fans support these clubs because they feel they have an identity at these clubs. Through having no relegation and promotion, which is probably the worst part about it, is the fact there is no relegation and promotion. It means, number one, there's no competitiveness, but they are creating this, what seems to be almost an elitist attempts money grabbing, capable of ruining football. And that is the backlash we have seen today and yesterday and all over this weekend. That is what we have seen. And it creates a franchise of football, a franchise that we aren't used to seeing in the UK. That's not why we love football. American football may be like this, or soccer, we'll call it that so we don't get confused. Their soccer might be like this, but that isn't how our football works in our country, nor does it happen in the rest of Europe, or particularly as well, South America. It doesn't work in these big footballing nations. And I appreciate the fact that money has its place in the modern world. It has its place in modern day football. And that is something we all have to come to terms with no matter what. The likes of Chelsea, Man City, when Newcastle were going to get a takeover, these teams are always going to be in the Premier League and these are always going to be affected. But these 6 teams at the top of the league were selling out for financial security when they should have been looking out for those below them in the divisions and those teams not as wealthy as themselves. And so that really concludes everything I'm talking about. And as you can see, scrolling across the bottom, like I said, Chelsea and Manchester City both pushing to leave this Super League idea. These were the 2 sides that were very sceptical of it at the beginning. And this is the position we are in now. Louis, have you anything to add to that now that I've rambled on long enough?
No, honestly, I agree with absolutely everything you've said. It is the sort of the sad reality of sort of the position of where football is right now. It's sad that it's had to come to this. And while we may be sort of, bashing this sort of the idea and this concept, we can't, forget the fact that it's all happened because, we know how terrible FIFA are. We know how terrible UEFA are. We know how terrible the FA and the Premier League can be. And that's what's brought this about. But it's been brought about in the most horrendous way, and the most sort of anti-football way possible. And I think, the reaction we've seen is completely justified. The protests we've seen are completely justified. We've seen the protests today outside Stamford Bridge. I'm, incredibly, sort of happy that's been going on.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's great to see that fans are, wanting to, make their voices heard, because at the end of the day, and the sort of the message that has been echoed throughout this weekend is football is nothing without the fans. And it's a shame that they really just tried to steal it from under our noses, so blatantly. But with the sort of the news of Chelsea, wanting to leave, Man City wanting to leave, it's good news. Don't get me wrong, it's good news, but I don't think we should put Chelsea or the likes of Man City on this platform now, going, well done, you're backed out of this. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. And I would more sort of applaud and put the likes of PSG and Bayern on the pedestal for not accepting the invitation to be there in the first place. I think that is to be more commended than what Chelsea and Man City have announced. But let's just not sort of ignore the fact that there does need to be changes. There does need to be changes to European football. There needs to be changes to the Premier League to stop this ever happening again, any sort of threats of this happening again. And I think that's where the importance sort of is right now, where the focus really should be.
Yeah, it has been a completely bonkers weekend, and that is the best way to phrase it. There's always been the rumours and the mutterings of a Super League, if you will, but when it came to fruition, it's come to fruition in the worst possible way. And we know there's problems with FIFA, there's probably problems with UEFA, but that was not going to solve any of these problems. And the football match has been delayed until 1:15. So there you are. You've got more chance to ask us your things. We'll go through the comments and we will have a discussion. And of course, we need to go through the teams in a little while as well. I think me and Louis have touched on everything. If you guys have anything else to touch on, then let us know. So let's have a look through. So we've got a few score predictions here. We've got Bacon Buddy saying first of all, no to the European Super League. And 2-0 to Chelsea. Come on, you Blues. PR7 Creation says 2-0 Chelsea as well. Shark AK's in the chat. Thank you for stopping by, Shark. Really appreciate it. It's going well, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Venuk's back in the chat. Lovely to see you, Venuk. Thank you for stopping by again. And Shah says 243 subs already. Yes, so if you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Help us get to 250 by the end of the day. I think I've gone up 90 subscribers in the last 30 days, which is totally bonkers, and that's all thanks to you guys. So thank you. And yes, it has been a crazy week for football. Shah says, rest in peace football, 1863 to 2021. Every time people mentioned like it being the death of football, it maybe an over-exaggeration, but I understand why people were coming from, and I definitely think it was going to change football massively. But I did think that this was never going to go ahead. I think that was part of my reason why maybe I was a bit calmer about it. You know, I haven't put out a video or anything like that. That's why I wanted to address it tonight. But like I said, if you want to hear Louis' full, in detail, in-depth opinions on that, then there is a nice long video, a little podcast for you guys to listen to, which I listened to fully earlier on. And PR Creations has changed his account. And Jake says, lots to talk about. You guys make sure you let us know in the comment section down below what your opinions are. That rhymed, I didn't realise that. Let us know what your opinions are on the Super Cup. And we've got another 2-0 from Shark AK. Everyone's going 2-0. Tony Pope, lovely to have you back, Tony. Thank you for stopping by. Says, ban the Super League. Yes, that seems to be the general consensus at this current moment in time. And it definitely will happen now. I think the ramifications it would have caused generally would have been an issue. And I don't know if you saw specifically about Chelsea, the idea that Roman Abramovich, doesn't own the rights to Chelsea Football Club or Stamford Bridge. So if he were to pull Chelsea out, then the people who own Stamford Bridge and the people who own the rights to Chelsea FC could stop their name being taken so that the team would still be in the Premier League. Completely weird one, that. But it is good news that these teams are now starting to leave, which is even better. And Barcelona as well, Luis told me off air, are another team who are they're going to their fans to see what they want and see how they want to deal with it. Venuk says, Chelsea 3-0. Erin's been in the chat. I know she's not staying for long, but she says, hey guys, Super League seems like a bad idea. Hope it doesn't go ahead. Enjoy the match. Yes, I've been having to explain to Erin what the whole, because I woke up the other morning and I was like, she was like, how are you? I was like, I'm really, really annoyed at Chelsea. And I had to explain. Manchester United will also leave. I hope they all do. I hope this completely gets wiped off the face of the earth until they can come up with something, either rerouting the Champions League or something that becomes better than what we currently had. We had two extremes there. A Champions League where people, these big teams don't like the Champions League as much, which is up to them. They can like it or they can love it. It's up to them. But this was the complete other extreme, and it really was a poor decision. It seems like no thought has gone into it. Max Gamer says, get in. Yes, absolutely, Max. Thank you for stopping by again, mate. And that will rattle the Glazers. Hopefully it does. That's all we can hope is, Roman Abramovich, I can't remember is it Sheikh Mansour? Is that the
Sheikh Mansour is Man City?
Yeah. I didn't want to pronounce his name wrong, but those two guys, I thought, were going to be the first two people to do it. Mainly because part of the reason is they are kind of the problem, because they're the reason teams have that much money. They are the two people, but they also are. I think they're maybe a little bit more with it and understanding of football in its entirety. And Chelsea out of the Super League. Let's freaking go. Yeah, absolutely, Anand. Thank you for stopping by, mate. There has also been reports in the last few minutes that Arsenal and Manchester United are pulling out. To be honest with you, Jake, it doesn't surprise me that these teams are pulling out. It also doesn't surprise me that there are no reports of Spurs pulling out, because Spurs are an absolute nothing club and they are absolutely rubbish. And honestly, it does not surprise me because who wanted Spurs in there in the first place? Same with Arsenal.
I mean, we both made, you made a video and I wrote an article, talking about how, I believe personally that the top 6 in England is dead. It's finished now. I wrote that a few months ago now, going that I don't believe that either Arsenal or Spurs are a top 6 club, because I truly don't believe that. And yeah, Tottenham, how you can put the likes of Tottenham in a European Super League, having never won a single European trophy. Same with Arsenal as well. It's. I don't want to. I know it's sort of coming from my own personal bias here, and it can sound a bit sort of pretentious. Me being a Chelsea fan and saying that about the likes of Arsenal and Spurs, but it's something I really believe. I think in England it's very much now a top 4 rather than a top 6. Yeah,
it was always going to happen, and me and Charlie and Ollie, who you guys obviously know, they've been on the channel recently, we were having this discussion the other day, and it was weirdly enough the day that this all got announced, and I was sat there saying, well, when people talk about these big clubs, people call like Newcastle, Aston Villa, Arsenal, these teams that now are no longer at the peak of their powers, they call them big clubs because they're historic clubs. And maybe we need to redefine what we are talking about, which is what Louis has spoken about on his blog. Maybe that redefinition of this top 6 is something that is needed, and we need to take that power back from this top 6. And make sure that it is a Premier League run by the Premier League and not dictated by these absolute money grabbers at the top of the league, because that's all it seems to be. Jacob Wenman says, love the new trim. Thank you, Jacob. It looks a lot tidier. Louis also got a new trim as well. He has also got himself a new trim. So we're both looking sharp, nice and spick and span, if you ask me. Farhan says, football is safe. It is for the time being. It is for the time being. And Manuel says, do not mess with English football fans. I envy you. Anyway, there is a lot of things to reform in European football. There absolutely is. English fans, I think, have been absolutely fantastic. They've been the exact reason why all of this has fallen through, and that is down to them. That is credit to English football fans, the people outside Stamford Bridge. Yes, you're going to make us speak for another 15 minutes before the game kicks off, but you are the reason that we are in this position now where Chelsea, Arsenal, as Jake said, Manchester United, as Jake said in the comments, and Manchester City are looking to move away. And without them, that wouldn't be a possibility. The top 6 has become on who has the most money, not on history. Yeah, but I'd also argue it is done on history as well, and who's won the most things. Because otherwise, Arsenal wouldn't be in there, because Arsenal probably... Yes, I guess they are one of the top 6 richest, but now the likes of Leicester and people like that, they've got massive wage budgets as well. And would that mean, if it's done on money, would that mean Newcastle, if they got that takeover, would be back in that top 6? That is the question. Well, I think we've rambled on for long enough.
Yeah.
And, hang on, Jake's just got one more question for us before we stop the whole talk about this. Do you think there should be any punishment to these top 6 sides because of this? I'll start, Louis, and then I'll come to you.
Sure.
So I think there should be repercussions. That I saw Gary Neville talking about this, and Gary Neville, it was obviously irritated by everything that had gone on, and he's a football fan. He's a football club owner, not just a football owner. He's a football club owner. Just he's one of the people who would be affected by such a thing. And I do agree there should be some form of punishment. But it just depends on finding the right punishment. Because if you fine Chelsea and Manchester City, it's pennies to them. If you take a transfer ban, we've already seen Chelsea can have a transfer ban and finish 4th. This Chelsea side, more than capable of doing the same thing again. They've got longevity to the team. That is the problem. That's what you've got to weigh up, is how will these repercussions and punishments actually affect the big 6 sides, and that's what you've got to weigh up when you are thinking about these making these decisions. What do you think, Louis? What do you think is the best way to get around this?
I think it's difficult because we're talking about 12 clubs that have a lot of money, all of these clubs have a lot of money, and we're talking about six clubs in the six clubs in England that also have the most money. So financial repercussions are going to be nothing. They're going to mean nothing. You've got it's just. I think it's really up to like maybe UEFA, banning from European competitions, whether that's this season. If you think about it, the only two of the top six that are not in any European competitions at the moment are Liverpool and Tottenham. You've got Chelsea, City, United, and Arsenal all in semi-finals of European competitions this year. Whether it means disqualification from them. Well, I think that might be a bit harsh, considered. Well, especially from a Chelsea standpoint, it's clear that the team has worked incredibly hard to get to the semi-finals this year. It'd be a real shame for us to, have it, taken off us by the stupid decision. But if it's the punishment, that's the punishment. I think. I don't think there's any punishment that can really, get back at what these clubs have done and the jeopardy that they almost caused by their actions. So I think it's difficult to really think of any sort of specific punishment, but I think they definitely should be punished because it's not right. It shouldn't have happened. They should have consulted with the FA. They really should have, tried to figure something out with UEFA, FIFA. And it should have been like this. Yeah,
Jacob just asked, have you seen Patrick Bamford's comments? Have you seen them?
I haven't. No.
I haven't either, Jacob. So if you leave them in the comments section, we'll speak about them in a little while. But we are coming up to kickoff time. Well, I say we are. We've got 20 minutes or so because they've decided to give us an extra 20 minutes of chatter. So we will have a look at the teams for this evening. Which obviously the games have been delayed because of the protests outside Stamford Bridge. So some good has come of it with Chelsea pulling out, but also it means you've got an extra 15 minutes of me and Louis. So that can be a good or a bad, whatever you decide to see it as, really. So here we go. Let me get the team lineups for you. Apologies, I thought I had these loaded up. Oh, where's my mouse gone? There it is. Right, here we are, guys. Here are the team lineups for today. Please let us know if you can't read these very well, but it should be okay. So, the starting teams tonight is in goal. A nice change, maybe. Kepa Arrizabalaga starting in goal. We look like we're playing a 3-4-3 this time round with Kurt Zouma, Andreas Christensen and Antonio Rudiger starting as the three at the back. Reece James and Marcus Alonso start as fullbacks with Mason Mount and Jorginho in the centre of midfield. Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz and Christian Pulisic start in that dynamic front three, which we're so often seeing in this Chelsea team. The first thing to talk about, Louis, goalkeeper. What do you make to that decision to swap Mendy for Kepa?
I mean, Kepa had a great game against City. Did make a few decent saves, and I think we have kind of seen from. I remember me being on here last time, giving all the world's praises to Edouard Mendy for his goalkeeping, only for him to concede 5. I think Kepa definitely, deserves a shot. You can't just dump a player and then never give them, a second chance. And I think it's important that, he grows because while he has made, plenty of mistakes in the past, he may, come, goods. And honestly, I think you'll just have to see how he gets on. As I said, he did very well against Manchester City. I can't see any reason why he may not do the same again against Brighton.
Yeah, and just looking at that midfield, the midfield too is probably the big talking point there. Looks like the defence has been swapped out for rotation reasons, maybe with West Ham on Saturday in mind, with it being maybe a bigger game with Champions League aspirations for Chelsea. This season, well, I say aspirations, it might be Super League aspirations. But you never know. So that two in midfield, Mason Mount more than capable of playing in there. Does it surprise you a little bit that he's alongside Jorginho in there?
Slightly. Yeah, we're kind of used to him sort of playing this sort of two sort of attacking midfielder role. But yeah, I think you've said, you know, I think, you know, when we've been playing this sort of, well, it's 3-4-2-1 sort of formation. It's worked quite well, and I think it's, you know, I think it's just rotation. I think it's just trying something new. I think it's trying, you know, something different. I think we've seen Mason under Lampard play in that sort of more holding role. So yeah, I think it's good, and I think some more pressing issues have.
I've just seen from Max Gamer, Ed Woodward has just resigned.
Yes, that's what I've just saw.
That is absolutely massive. I'll do a quick rundown of the Brighton and Hove Albion team, and then we will get to that talking point. Everything is going down tonight, guys. This is crazy. Please let us know your thoughts on this resignation. But I'll just run through the Brighton seed side. Robert Sanchez starts in goal, and they look like they're matching Chelsea this evening with Adam Webster, Lewis Dunk, and Ben White as the three centre-half. Dan Burn and Joel Veltman, two absolutely massive mountains of a man, you could say, starting at wing-backs, but they are very, very good on the ball. Pascal Gross and Yves Bissouma. Maybe Yves Bissouma should be moving somewhere else, but he is in the centre of that midfield with Leandro Trossard, Danny Welbeck, and Alexis McAllister, the most Scottish Argentinian ever, starting up front. And, well, I guess, considering we've just got Ed Woodward has just resigned, we'll move on to that. I'm just gonna because we spoke to Jacob earlier about Patrick Bamford's comments. Patrick Bamford's comments was, it's amazing the amount of uproar when somebody's pocket is being hurt. It's such a shame that doesn't happen with issues like racism, and I totally agree with that. We should have the same response as fans that we did today, as we, you know, when people are being racially abused. That is absolutely true, and Patrick Bamford has hit the nail on the head. Try pronouncing my name again. I'm not going to try again, mate. I'm just going to call you Vassell. That's gonna sort me out. And Louis, I'm assuming you've just read up a little bit. So, would you like to take it away? Would you like to tell me what the official statement has been?
Well, I've just seen from TalkSport on Twitter, according to their sources, Ed Woodward has resigned as chairman of Manchester United, and apparently his decision comes from the backlash he's got. I mean, it's not like he's had plenty of backlash during his time at Manchester United anyway, but apparently this is the straw that broke the camel's back, and I think for a lot of Manchester United fans, they are incredibly happy that Ed Woodward has gone. But yeah, he has stepped down, and that is huge. You can tell that this thing has completely crumbled under all of these teams' feet. This is, I don't think it's something we would have expected to happen so quickly. But it does look like the dominoes are falling, and
come on, we're getting our football back. Yeah, that, you know, it's blown up in their faces, and now they're paying the price for it. How do you feel, Chelsea preparing to withdraw? I think I've just answered that with the celebrations I did there with Ed Woodward resigning. So there we are. Down with the Super League, Ed Woodward gone. I'm so happy. Man United going to win the league. I don't think they're going to win the league. So happy. Chelsea to win 2-0, get top 3, Champions League, and win the FA Cup. Maybe even win the Champions League as well. What a season that would be. It would be a fantastic season. But, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It has all kicked off tonight. And honestly, it does not surprise me one bit that this is blown up in their faces. And to be fair to him, at least he's resigned, because it takes some bottle to come up with it in the first place. But it's not him admitting he's wrong, but it's sort of acknowledging the role he has played in this, and that he deserves the backlash, if you will. You know, he can't cope with the backlash, and he clearly thought that this was going to go down a treat because he was lying in his pocket. Well, his club were lying in his pockets, and I'm so thrilled with this because now you know that Manchester United they will be pushing for it as well. We've had the football players pushing for it. Jordan Henderson calling that meeting today, meeting of the captains. Calling that meeting today. There is so much that has changed in the last 24 hours, and that is credit to everyone who works in football who isn't at that top level. And we have to give people credit. And obviously, you're not going to challenge people who work directly above you. So we appreciate that. But like the people standing up to it, we've got to thank them for it because, you know, the likes of Jurgen Klopp last night coming out and saying that he didn't agree with it. I'm sure there's been other people, but Jurgen Klopp I can think of off the top of my head. Guardiola said it. Yeah, he said it as well earlier. So we can only thank these people for saying it. Do you think the Prem is out of reach? For Manchester United, yes, I think the Prem is out of reach this season. Next season, yeah, I'll say it's out of reach as well then. But you never know for next season. This evening has been eventful. It's crazy how one decision can have so many secondary effects. Yeah, and that's the truth of it, Venuk. That is the truth of it. It has these effects because people don't like change, and yeah, they definitely don't like change when you balls it up like that.
Yeah,
they're not going to like it. And Rashford has said he is disgusted. And as soon as you get Marcus Rashford on the wrong side of you, then you know you've messed up. And the fact as well that Labour and Conservative Parliament, what are they called? Members of Parliament, that's the word, were agreeing with each other shows how messed up this whole situation was and how rubbish it was for the vast majority of teams. What are you looking at there, Louis?
So I'm just keeping up with all this. Fabrizio Romano now saying, Fabrizio Romano sort of confirming that Ed Woodward has resigned, and also confirming Man City and Chelsea's intention to leave the Super League. Just reading through a lot of very happy Manchester United fans, it would seem at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's great, you know. But you know, while we are sort of sat here sort of rejoicing, we should, like I've said earlier, that we shouldn't sort of be sat here and going, yes, well done to these people. You know, at the end of the day, this shouldn't have happened.
No.
And the fact that all of these teams have put the potential of the Premier League in jeopardy, and English football in general, the entire pyramid system, you know, in jeopardy over this. It wasn't fair, you know, on lower league teams. It's not been fair. But it's good to see that we're actually getting some resolve a lot quicker than I expected to happen. And sort of going back to sort of how many, you know, how it's crazy how one decision, you know, can Jamie Carragher was very sort of adamant that all it took was one domino to fall and it would all come crashing down.
And Chelsea have been that domino.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be someone like Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, you know, being the one to push this, like to say no. But you know, for it to be, you know, Chelsea, then Man City, and now Woodward resigned. You know, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. Can the fans sue the Super League department? I'm not sure they can. Leicester 2015 or Liverpool 2019. Leicester 2015. It's got to be, hasn't it?
Well, we won them both the leagues that year. So.
Yeah, exactly. It was our all doing anyway. We bowed out graciously so that they could all win. We've done that this year as well. We bowed out. We went, look, we'll fight the Champions League battle. We'll get us out of this sticky mess we're in right now. There were reports that the Super League could take action against clubs if they pull out, as they've already signed an agreement to join. But what authority is the Super League going to have? That's the question you've got to ask there, because they are something. But at the end of the day, they'll just turn around and the Premier League can back them and people like that can back them. And it just depends if they have the authority. If they do, then realistically, what they're going to do, they can't ban them from doing anything. They can fine them, but for Manchester City, for these big clubs, it's not going to matter. And I think it's just going to end up being Real Madrid, who are sat there by themselves because their president is the president of the thing.
Yeah, and like the money that sort of was backed by JP Morgan, like pushing this, I don't think that's actually been paid out to any of the clubs yet. So the clubs haven't accepted any of the money for joining. I think that was going to come probably just as the competition was going to start in August, once all the clubs were announced. Because of course, these 12 were only the first 12. There were 3 more permanent clubs to be announced, and then 5 sort of invitation.
Yeah, I think it was like qualification, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you had this weird qualification system, which wouldn't have worked anyway, because you'd have just ended up with PSG, Bayern, and then probably Ajax, and then Leicester. That's what I'd imagine would happen. It would be like the top team from each of the leagues, and it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
In the first place, but at least it is now getting resolved. And Vassell says he's from Jamaica, so there we are. We can't actually see the emojis on it, but I just had to check my phone there because it just came up saying JM. I assumed it was Jamaica, but there we are. You never know with stuff like that. So it has all kicked off tonight, and we're still 10 minutes away we're 36 minutes into this stream, and it is absolutely flown by because the amount of stuff that has gone on this evening. But I think, unless someone else resigns, we are going to shift our attention now back to Chelsea and Brighton. Chelsea on the pitch, not Chelsea off the pitch, and Brighton. And we will go and we'll talk about the team setup. So we saw the teams. What did you make to that Brighton team? Let me get it back on the screen for us, guys, so we can have another chat about that now that we've spoken about Ed Woodward. Right, 2 seconds. Here we are.
Deary me. what an evening this has turned out to be.
So, Louis, in this Brighton team, where are the real threats to Chelsea tonight?
Just waiting for it to load.
Yeah, right. For it to load on your screen. Brilliant.
I think, Brighton, while they may be sort of down, sort of in the dumps in sort of the Premier League, this season, there are plenty of, chances where they can go. Trossard, Trossard is an incredibly good player. Danny Welbeck on his day, we may be, an Arsenal reject and sort of been sort of cast aside. But Danny Welbeck can still get a goal. Pascal Gross is also another solid player.
Pardon me. I'm hiccuping.
I think those are 3 definitely key players. And I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Definitely not going to be an easy game. But I think I'm looking forward to sort of the challenge that Brighton are going to put up, and hopefully we'll beat them.
Yeah, hopefully so. And looking at that Chelsea side, I'm interested to see, because you could almost argue that this is a second team to some degree. So I'm intrigued to see how these changes will work in the Chelsea side as well. We'll have a look for the bench. Like we said, Ben Chilwell out, Cesar Azpilicueta, N'Golo Kante. Thiago Silva is still out after he picked up a knock at the weekend. And N'Golo Kante, Billy Gilmore. We've not seen much of Gilmore this season. Olivier Giroud, Timo Werner, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. And then we've got Jason Steele, the most British name I think I've ever heard. Davy Proper, Jakob Moder, Stephen Alzate. Oh, we're getting to the big names now. Oh, hang on. Adam Lallana. Yakin Batch. Then we've got Zakiri, Izaquiedo, and Morpai. So those are the teams for this evening. Let us know, guys, what are your score predictions. And so, Louis, it's time for score predictions. Now that we've gone through that, that has been the quickest 30, 40 minutes of my life. That is actually mental. So, score prediction for this evening, looking at these teams.
I'm going to go with a 3-1 Chelsea win.
A 3-1 Chelsea win for Louis, and I think I'm going to go with. I think we're going to see Havertz on the score sheet this evening, and I might go with you there. I won't be boring. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1. Got to back my team. Absolutely. But I think 2-1. So be sure, guys, if you haven't already, we've got a lot of 2-0s, 3-0s in the chat. So be sure to let us know your score predictions. We've got a few more comments So here we are. Reports say Manchester United player are disappointed with the board and player wants to leave and play in the Prem. Imagine if Bruno leaves. To be honest with you, I'm surprised more players I think would have left if it comes to fruition. I don't think it will. So I think you're okay there. I don't think he'll leave. And I think Bruno was annoyed at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anyway. He didn't quite have the faith. Shah is back. He went for dinner. No worries, mate. You've missed an absolute load of talking points there, mate. So if you want to scroll back through and catch up with the last 20 minutes or so, whatever you missed, let us know. Trossard could expose that channel with Reece James pushing forward. That's a good shout, actually, that Jacob. Sorry. For me, I think Reece James is good enough going back, though, for that not to be an issue. But maybe if they swap the sides and they attack Marcus Alonso, that could then be an issue. Why is there a delay? Is it because of the fan protest or what? Yes, it is. That is exactly why. Jose sacked today. Jose was sacked yesterday. There was a report that came out. It was something to do with him not training the players because of the whole Super League thing. But that has never come to fruition. No one has ever confirmed nor denied that. So it'll be interesting to see. Juventus president has also resigned.
Yeah, just read that.
Oh my gosh. Everything is going on tonight, and we will keep you up to date with it as it comes. And you guys need to keep us up to date with it as it comes as well. Morpie could be a threat off the bench. Absolutely. Jake is going 3-1 Chelsea as well. He is backing you, Louis. And Wenman is going with me. Brighton to score from a set piece. That would not surprise me. They are an absolutely ridiculously big side. Shark KK says, lol. And not to Super League. And you played FIFA. Is that how you could tell that I knew all of those names? Is that what we're saying? And Thorgru has turned 18. Happy 18th birthday for whenever it was, Thorgru. Hope you had a wicked day. So we are only supposedly 4 or 5 minutes away. We will have to see if we are actually 4 or 5 minutes away. I hope we are. Because
it's looking so, but I don't think we'll have... don't have to be worried if
the players are coming out. We'll be all right. I'm sure there'll be plenty of talking points, but it's good to see Olympus falling, isn't it? That's the best way I can phrase it. It's good to see that they've realised they've made the mistake, and it is good to see that, maybe not taking responsibility for it, but it is good to see. Chelsea don't want to be a part of it like Man City. If everyone agrees not to, it will be banned. Already 2 clubs leaving. Exactly, Shah, exactly. Louis is glitching. Yeah, his laptop is very slow. But you should be able to hear him because we're sharing a microphone. So if I do this, you'll be able to hear me. But
hello.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear us. It should be okay. It's just his laptop's very, very slow. But it's better to be able to see him at some points than not at all. Congratulations, Thorgru. Exactly. Happy birthday, Thor. It's been a mad week for football. It has been. And the Chelsea players are taking to Stamford Bridge. They're taking out onto the pitch this evening. So it should be... I'm excited for this game. Especially now that this is all starting to fall apart. I'm sure more will happen when we're on air. And I'm sure you guys will keep us up to date. But I was contemplating not wearing my Chelsea top tonight. And as soon as I saw that, that statement there about Chelsea dropping out, I'm still not pleased with what my club has done, but it has earned them a smidgen of respect back. The tiniest little bit of respect that they have seen the fan reaction and gone, actually, this isn't a good idea. We're not chucking, you're not chucking praise at them or anything like that. So there we are. You're in the same room. I thought it was Zoom. Well, we were supposed to, but as you can see, I'm leaning around. It was supposed to be like across stuff, but it just made it easier because he lives next door alone, so he's in my bubble anyway. Sam, do you always invite random people there to your house? Not always. He goes to my uni. We already know each other. It's okay. I'm not just inviting random Chelsea fans and paying for them to come up to Huddersfield. That's not what's happening, Shah. That is not what's happening. I can assure you of that. So, how do you think Mason Mount and Jorginho will fit in there? Do you think it'll be okay? Do you think Mount might be a little bit exposed coming backwards?
I was thinking that because I think it could be a possible case of Mount will want to push forward. Of course, he will. He's used to playing more as a attacking midfielder, and I think he could be sort of caught coming backwards a little bit. But I think that's the job of the teams, the players, in the three at the back, and also Jorginho's role. I imagine he'll stay very much. He'll very much play that holding position, sort of where we would expect, maybe sort of like Kante to play. Someone, really just sort of holding in that, just holding in that sort of middle.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just saw on the screen there, Ben White, according to Sky Sports, will be playing as a CDM or a centre midfielder. So that'll be intriguing to see how he lines up there. Maybe wouldn't have thought of doing that myself, but obviously Graham Potter knows best. So there we are. Thank you, England, for giving Jamaica some English talent. Exactly. You can take Mikel Antonio. Where was Raheem Sterling? Is he Jamaican?
I don't know.
Is he Jamaican English? I'm pretty certain he is. But we've had our fair share of people who have been able to have allegiances with other countries. I'm going to have to Google that now. I'm pretty certain he's Jamaican English. And if he is, I would absolutely take that. Let's have a look. Yeah, Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, so you can have Mikel Antonio. We've got Raheem Sterling. So absolutely take Mikel Antonio. Jorginho equals Prime Pirlo. I mean, he likes to think he does. He likes to think he does. But I'm not convinced on Jorginho. We are just having a look at CHEBHA's fresh new trim, fresh out of the barbers. Clearly made the most of it, and we are going to get underway here at Stamford Bridge. I forgot what we were called then. I forgot the thing. I'm just turning up the sound a little bit in case if there's any key talking points, then I can pick up a little bit. So we are going to get underway here, and it should be a very exciting game. Like I said, guys, if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. We had a completely mental weekend, so thank you to you guys. But we are about to get underway here at Stamford Bridge, and hopefully Chelsea can put in a strong performance for the Champions League game coming up next week as well. Imagine being 3-1 again. I hope it's not 5-2. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the game Louis was on for last time.
Oh, that was an awful baptism of fire.
It really was. My first game was Leeds versus Chelsea, where it was a 0-0. So at least it was goals. So that's the unfortunate thing about this. You never know what's going to happen. As Christian Pulisic makes a bright start. We've been impressed with him in recent weeks. He seems to have found that form again that he had at the end of last season.
Yeah, it's been incredibly positive from Christian Pulisic. I've really enjoyed watching him play. He's been such a great playmaker. He's been getting, goals as well, which is always great. And yeah, he had that sort of dip in form, and it's great to see him back to his. I don't think it's his best, but it's definitely great to see him back in form. And hopefully he'll be a sort of key asset to our push. Maybe in the Champions League, but still actually yet to hear whether or not we'll be suspended from that yet. Even with the sort of the news that has come out today, and then maybe in our FA Cup push against Leicester as well, and there's sort of our battle for top four. So hopefully he stays fit. That's
the key, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully he stays fit, but then also hopefully he stays in form.
Yeah, and I think Christian Pulisic, he's probably the closest player we have in this Chelsea side that is closest to Eden Hazard. I think everyone's been saying you need to find that Eden Hazard replacement, and maybe he could be that man. He, just like he said, needs to find the consistency and find the fitness as well. Remember me? Yes, of course I remember you, PR7 Creations. He got an absolutely quality answer the other day at the halftime show. We will be having a halftime show, guys, so be sure to stick around. Louis asked the teachers in uni to give you a better laptop, mate.
I wish.
Wow, you had a great weekend. I had to spend it with my nan's house. Hey, that doesn't sound too bad. You've got to spend some time with your nana. That's the important thing. And Sterling is from my country. Exactly. You can have Mikel Antonio. We'll keep Raheem Sterling. That's absolutely fine by me. So we are early on in. I need to have a look to see how where Ben White is playing in this team to see if he is playing in that centre mid role or if it's Joel Veltman at right back and him at centre back. So it looks like just from that throw in that Veltman's out on this right hand side, but that will be interesting to see when the play is shifting around and everything's going to maximum capacity. It's going to be a late one tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit. It's not like we've got work to do.
Hey, it's all right. Just get an extension like I did.
Oh, good for you. Did you just literally just put COVID as your reason?
You can get an extension, but then you can get extenuating circumstances as well. So you can get an extension for a few days just to say that you don't think you can get your work done to the maximum of your ability, which is what I said, and then you can do it anyway.
Well, you'll have to show me how to do that after this game.
Thogden is at a protest. Brilliant.
Yes, I saw him because Petr Cech came. I don't know if you saw this on Twitter, but Petr Cech came out to the protesters to get them to basically move from the coach entrance so we could get the coaches in. Because Tuchel was saying they were sat on the bus for 45 minutes waiting to get into the ground.
Jeez.
Hence why this game was delayed by 15 minutes. And so, and I saw on the Twitter video, which is him in the background. I was like, I spotted it.
Yeah. He's going to be some influential person, isn't he, Thogden? But his videos aren't my cup of tea, but there we are.
I will be honest, I also have not watched one of his videos.
Yeah, they're not my cup of tea. I think they're a little bit cringy. Thogden said he would rather play netball than football. Brilliant.
I used to play netball at primary school.
Of course you did, Louis. Of course you did. So 5 minutes in, no clear-cut opportunities so far. Brighton do look bright, though, ironically.
They are. They've been pushing forward. They've been really. You look at them now. They're really high pressing. Look, like 3 players, in our box. It's incredibly high pressing. It's very much anti of what Man City were doing. They're looking to maybe try and grab one early. Put some pressure on CHEBHA especially, because that would be I don't know. But Brighton will want to sort of be cautious of this high press, though. We know how quick the counter-attack will be. I know we don't have Timo Werner on the pitch, but still with the likes of Pulisic, Mount, Ziyech, and I think the Havertz can shift a bit. We could probably see some very quick counter-attacks from Chelsea. So while it does look very promising from Brighton, it's like they do need to worry about that.
Yeah, it definitely looks like something that could be potential for Chelsea, especially if Brighton keep up this high press. The counter-attack, of course, is something that Chelsea, we've seen in recent weeks and recent months. The goal, actually, from the weekend was a counter-attack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that will be something to keep an eye out for, especially with Chelsea having a very quick front line at the moment. Sam, you should do a fast and not eat from sunrise to sunset. I don't think I could do that. I think it would be the water. I think that'd be the problem. I drink loads of water and juice and whatever. I think I think I could do the eating. I just don't think I could do the not drinking.
Yeah, no, my brother attempted it. He tried to do it for a few days and he found it that it's not the food. Yeah, it was just the sort of the lack of hydration, which really kind of screwed him.
Yeah, exactly. It probably makes you hungrier as well, because you can't, sometimes you just fill yourself up with water, don't you? You can just be like, oh, I feel a bit bloated now. But each to their own, and it's good.
Happy Ramadan.
Yeah, happy Ramadan. Exactly. And you do. I wouldn't be able to do it, so you're doing much better than me. Trossard appears to be on this side with Alonso. Could that be a weak point? Honestly, anything with Marcus Alonso could be a weak point, Jacob. It really could. I'm not convinced on him. I haven't been convinced on him for years. I'm only convinced on him as an attacker. So, and he's a left back, which isn't great, is it?
Yeah. Magic free kick taker, especially against Spurs.
Oh, yeah. I like to remind Paddy of that.
Remember those multiple free kicks that Marcus Alonso scored against you?
And you exclusively, no one else.
It's like David Luiz.
Yeah.
When he started scoring those sort of belters of free kicks, and it was like, wow. Then he just never did it ever again.
Yeah, he scored some absolute pearlers, didn't he? And then it was just, right, I'm not going to score any more of them. Shall we go to the University of Huddersfield? That is our university, in case you're trying to stalk us. So there you are. Is that you outshined? Is that what? There we are. So the one thing with Brighton this season for me, as our stream likes massively, I think Brighton have been really good, but they've just been so unlucky with so many things this season, and I think that has been a real problem, and that's why they are towards the bottom of the Premier League table this season, and that's maybe that. I don't think it will come back to shoot them in the foot, but it could. It could quite easily come back to shoot them in the foot, and Fulham, have been very impressive. Newcastle have picked up a few big points in recent weeks, doing us a massive favour against West Ham. So we definitely need a win tonight. But like I said, Brighton, if they don't pick up some points in the next few weeks, Fulham could quite easily catch them up. They're 7 points ahead, so 2 wins and a draw maybe isn't out of Fulham's reach.
No, it definitely isn't. I think it was a fairly impressive result as well against Arsenal. I think they actually, to be honest, I think they were fairly unlucky in that game as well. It's like, even though it looks fairly clear cut at the bottom, there's a lot that could still happen. There is so much that can still go on, and
a lovely ball over the top. Kai Havertz going to get on it. Keeper's come out. He's dropped it a little bit. Not sure what happened there. We'll have to see the replay. But early signs of that long ball over the top, which caused Manchester City so many problems. Early signs for Chelsea that could still be on today as well. Sorry, Louis, carry on with what you're saying.
No, I've completely gone blank. As soon as I saw that, it kind of just went out of my brain, like what I was saying.
You were talking about Fulham being unlucky.
I think there's so much that still can happen in this sort of bottom three. I know sort of Sheffield are now officially relegated. And it looks like West Brom are going to go down, which just makes really embarrassing.
It's mad that 4 of their 24 points have come against us.
I know. But I think that last spot is still very much up to play for. Will it be Fulham? Will it be Newcastle? Could it potentially be Brighton? But I think, this game is come at such a crucial time for both teams. As you've already mentioned, we're West Ham dropped points yesterday that could see us back in the top 4 today with a win, and then Brighton could really do with a win just to sort of make their sort of run into the end of the season just that little bit more comfortable. Yeah,
I've just put the thing on the screen here so you guys can see what the table is looking like at this moment in time. And 7 points is quite a big gap. Like, you'd say that between Manchester City and Manchester United. But at the bottom end of the table, anything can happen. We've seen it with Leicester. It's more likely to happen at the bottom than it is at the top. And 7 points, especially considering, Burnley are in between them. But I don't think these sides will go down if they don't want to, if you know what I mean. Because I think they've got too much quality about them. But if Fulham want it and they mean it enough, especially I think they've got the final day game against Newcastle. If they want to, Fulham will cause a few problems. As Ziyech whips a ball in back post, Marcus Alonso commits, but just close. And we're looking at this, and we'll look up at Chelsea here. So Chelsea tonight with a point, which they are currently on, would take them to 55. But we want more than that, don't we? We want to leapfrog Leicester, at least for the time being, and give ourselves a promising position, because if we drop any more points, the likes of Liverpool can then overtake us again, and then we'll be even further down. But that would mean we would be in 6th. And what position did we finish when we won the Champions League?
We finished 6th.
Exactly.
We also knocked Spurs out because Spurs had finished 4th that season. We knocked them out of the Champions League spot. It was even more beautiful.
Oh, what a time to be alive, eh? What a time to be alive. But there is all to play for both teams tonight. Maybe not so much Brighton. You might think Brighton are safe, but I think Brighton need those extra few points, get themselves up to that 40-point mark, and home and hose, nice and easy. So we are 12 minutes in. Very little has happened so far, but just reflecting upon that Havertz opportunity that went over the top, I think the keeper got very lucky there because it went through his legs, and had Havertz have been switched on, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, he could have easily probably taken it. The keeper was very committed. He came right out. Havertz could have quite easily, I think, as you said, if he was a bit more switched on, he could have easily taken that round the keeper, open goal. I think even with that last opportunity, the cross in from, I think it was from Ziyech to Marcos Alonso, again, the keeper was well out of position. If Alonso got some contacts and that's going towards goal, that's going in the near post. The keeper wasn't there to get that. So, yeah, Brighton potentially with a couple of lucky escapes, but at the end, well, it's still 0-0, so they've got away with it. They're just going to have to be a bit more wary of that in the future, sort of as the game goes on. Marcos Alonso is completely unmarked at the back post for that latest opportunity. They can't afford to let that happen again. And also those long balls over the top do seem like they could cause a bit of an issue. Yeah,
they always can with this Chelsea side as well. They really can. They've got a lot of pace up front, and we saw it with Werner the other day. So hopefully it will happen again tonight and we'll get a few goals. And Werner hasn't played in 3 games though, as Pulisic drives through. Yves Bissouma's right on his tail here, flies past McAllister. Ziyech, what can he do with the ball now? Rolls it back to Reece James. Reece James across to Rudiger, who's in sort of the middle of the goal, about 40 yards out. The streamer's lagged, but we're carrying on. Jorginho back to Rudiger. It looks like the opportunity might be over here, and it's been nicked nicely away from Mason Mount. But like I said, Timo Werner hasn't played in 3 games. What do you think the thoughts are behind that? We know Tuchel is such a big fan of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, which is why he's kept them in the team. What are your thoughts? Why do you think he has kept them? Why do you think he's kept them out of the team now?
I think it's just when we've been seeing that Havertz is getting goals, when Pulisic is being able to create chances and get goals, and when there just doesn't seem to be a need for Timo Werner at the top, then he's not going to play. And I think that's the sort of, we're going with the system. This false 9 system seems to be working really well. It's getting us goals. It's progressing us through. Ooh, that was close.
I was thinking that.
And yeah, I think that's just the sort of where we're at with it. I think Timo just needs to really fight back, get his. What Timo needs to do is he needs to get a chance to start a game, come in, bag a couple of goals, have a solid performance, and that's him. That's him back in the starting 11. But it's just his inability to do that at the moment is really what's costing him his place in the team right now.
Yeah, and that seems to be the story of his life at the current moment in time, doesn't it? He's been very good at creating opportunities, but he's just not been good at taking them. So it'll be intriguing to see when he gets back. Are Chelsea wearing what? Wearing a patch on the shirt? I don't know.
Yes, it says it's a one in the middle of the shirt. It says "No to Hate."
There we are. Louis knows more than I do.
I just saw it.
Louis paying more attention than I am. There we are. I think Venuk and Shah are talking about the GCSEs. So we'll ignore that conversation because we don't do GCSEs. But there we are. It's lovely rolled into Pulisic, even wrong name. I knew it had an itch in it. That was a good opportunity, though. It was one high up the pitch by Jorginho. Jorginho looked to roll it to Pulisic, and he's just sliced it. Maybe a little bit of a block there. We'll see it on the reverse here, but no, it's just spanned it away. And unfortunately, it has gone wide. Motion YouTube says, Ziyech love heart. What a player. What a player when he wants to be. What a player.
Yeah, definitely when he wants to be.
Thank you for stopping by, mate. If you are new, smash that subscribe button. We'll keep you up to date with everything going on and hopefully the stories as they break as well. And of course, smash that like button if you haven't already. I can actually see we've already got one new subscriber, so thank you to you guys. Whoever subscribed, thank you. Louis, who is in Paris? That is what Ollie has said.
Who's in Paris? I'm not.
If it helps, I'm in Paris with you.
Okay. You get put a green. This would be the prime opportunity to put a green screen sort of Paris.
Yeah, like just have us both in Paris. Ollie, neither of us are in Paris. There you are. He's probably come on to beat you at the halftime game. Wait, give me a sec. Just going to have dinner. Carry on the commentary, Sam and Louis. We will, of course we will. Doing well, I mean. Yeah, of course we will. We will, Venuk. We'll be here. Enjoy your tea.
Looking forward to half-time, show.
I thought you were going to say looking forward to tea.
No.
I thought you were looking forward to Venuk's tea.
No. Looking forward to that. I got it first time. I got one in the first round last time.
Yeah, we're doing something a little bit different. Sam, did you just quote GCSE English poems? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I missed that.
I'm in Paris with you.
Oh.
Yes, I did, Ollie. So, I'm a man of culture, as you can tell. Moving swiftly on, Jorginho looks to pick out Reece James. Mountain of a man Burn, isn't he? Dan Burn.
Huge. Especially against Reece James.
Like, Reece James is a big guy as well, isn't he?
That's a poor cross there.
Yeah, that was awful. That really was awful. We were both anticipating something a little bit more then, and he's just gone to cross it and he's gone out the other side. So, the more you know. Let's not talk of love. Let's talk of Paris. Exactly, Ollie. Exactly. I don't remember any more lines than I'm in Paris with you, but there we are. That's all you need to know. You need to know the killer line to tell someone that you're in love with them.
Save a few misses, mate.
There we are.
Right.
Can Chelsea get a goal in the next few minutes to spice up this game a little bit? How are your boys playing? At the minute, when the stream isn't lagging, I don't quite know what's going on, but at the minute, it isn't great. It's not bad, but it's not fantastic. There's not a load of chances coming, which you would maybe associate with Chelsea. Lovely through ball through Ziyech.
Oh, lucky, but it's lagged. Oh my god! That was the worst bit of stream lag I've ever you could.
That was awful. Havertz has just had a sharp save from about 6 yards out, and the stream completely lagged there. But
Chelsea knocking on the door though.
Yeah,
they're really pushing now.
Just as we said that, there was a few opportunities there. Maybe expected more. Zuma from range.
Oh,
stings the hands of Sanchez in goal. Not bad effort that actually for Kurt Zuma, considering the run he did against Ajax and then the finish he did after that.
I've seen some howlers from Zuma in the past. That was certainly not one of them.
Yeah, but Chelsea aren't like we said, they aren't at their best. But Brighton keep giving the ball away quite high up the field. They did it earlier.
It was a Brighton tackle that gave it to Havertz in the box. There, it wasn't even a deflection or anything. They tackled the ball off. I think it was Pulisic, and then straight into the path of Kai Havertz, who honestly should have probably buried that, but it's gone straight to the keeper, which is a bit unfortunate. But it's definitely Brighton giving away the ball is really costing them. And I said earlier about Chelsea's very quick counter attack. It's proving to like it could be a real issue for Brighton.
It definitely could. I love Chelsea from Morocco. No worries, mate. Thank you for stopping by. We love Chelsea and we probably love Morocco. I don't know if you've been.
I've not been to Morocco.
Well, if anyone was going to have been, it was him. He's been to North Korea. So feel free to ask him questions about that. In fact, he also has a YouTube channel named after himself called, is it just Louis Edwards?
Yeah. And
he has FAQs about North Korea on there for you guys to check out if you wanted to.
For the record, Sam brought that up, but I didn't.
Exactly. It's like when aren't you vegetarian? I brought that up as well.
Brighton are on a counter attack here, but Christensen's managed to get back.
Yeah, he's done well to get back there. I don't know who's playing in the centre of this defence. It looks like it's Zuma. I expected it to be Christensen though. I don't know about you.
I thought we were really behind.
He just saw the Grimsby Town score and he thought we were like really far behind because it's 3-0. Blimey. Your camera on your thing just totally just lags and I don't know why.
See, on my screen it's fine.
I don't know what it is. I really don't. 22 minutes played. I want a big talking point that isn't outside of football. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want it in the football. I mean, we've had the sackings, haven't we? So I guess that's
maybe
probably
in this game.
Yeah. Maybe something just from this game. Can someone get sent off for some reason? A Brighton player gets sent off for some reason.
Can we not have a repeat?
LG Edwards. The L stands for lag.
Cheers.
And the G stands for G because he's my G.
I'm going to go home.
I'm going to get rid of Louis. Effort from range blocked by Brighton and Alonso looking to clear the ball up the line here. If it doesn't lag, then that would be really good. Every time that ball goes back to CHEBHA, I'm a little bit nervous. And maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's not a good thing to have. As Rudiger looks like he's off on a run here. He's off on an adventure, but Havertz has picked up the ball, rolled it into Mason Mount. Now what can we do? We've spreaded the play quite nicely here into Ziyech. Ziyech looking for a lovely ball in behind it to Reece James. Reece James can he get it across the box? Well defended by Dan Burn, who looks like he's won a goal kick for his side as well. Grimsby need to win to have a chance today. I don't think that's happening, Jake. They do need to win to have a chance, but
it's not happening now.
It's not happening. And the G stands for Grimsby. Lag Grimsby Edwards, that's your name now.
Wonderful. So just change my display name now.
Yeah, go on then. He's done well actually there, Dan Burn, hasn't he? I was going to call him Dan Ben. I feel like I'm going to do that quite a few times. We have a friend called Dan Ben, if anyone is wondering. He's done quite well there.
What's that doing there?
I'm not sure. I think that was a foul. Is that Ben White on Pulisic? I think that was a foul in the first place, and he's brought him down. And my phone is that up to date. It's just told me that Ed Woodward is going to leave. That's how far behind my phone is. It is a good 30 minutes behind everyone.
Deary.
Exactly. Not great. And neither is the first 25 minutes, really. It's been dull, to say the least.
Feels like the City game, just all over again.
I know. At least we don't have to commentate on a Jose Mourinho side, I guess. Jose's type of football is boring. Like I couldn't imagine doing this over a Jose Mourinho team.
What about Maurizio Sarri?
Oh, Sarri just irritated me. It was like 60 minutes. What should we do? We'll bring on Ross Barkley. There we are. Ross Barkley, who's been bang average for Aston Villa this season, apart from the one game against Liverpool. Honestly, words can't describe Maurizio Sarri to me.
So we've already described the two most boring Chelsea managers that we've had in recent years. Who would you say were the two most exciting sort of managers that produced the most exciting football from Chelsea in recent history?
Conte.
Definitely. I
think Conte is definitely up there. I just think the way he changed the game in sense of bringing a 3-4-3, I think that very much changed the game. I was excited when Frank Lampard came in, but I wasn't excited about the football when it was being played. I'm trying to think of who else we've had in recent years now, because we get to a stage and I'm sort of like, we go too far back, and I don't really like when you're younger, you don't really pay attention. You just look at the scores, don't you? If you know what I mean. Ollie's saying Gus Hiddink.
Very successful manager in both his tenures at Chelsea. Gus Hiddink, he played some great football.
Di Matteo wasn't bad for that first half a season that we had him when he won the Champions League. Was it half a season? But even still, wasn't the most positive. I don't think we have had fast-flowing football since Conte, and in our period, I don't think we've had it very much in the Abramovich era. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, because when, like, in the Abramovich era, we're too young to remember the likes of Ranieri and sort of managing Chelsea, same with so like Jose.
Anyone before Ranieri.
I think Jose, of course, came in with his very defensive style. But the thing is, we had an amazing team back then. I do remember sort of those early games, and it was great to watch. And then after Jose, we had Big Phil Scolari, and then Avram Grant. And
I forgot about Avram Grant. I think I'd have raised him from.
Ancelotti. What about Ancelotti? I think we played some very good football on Ancelotti. You think of the team that we had in that 2010 title-winning season, we still had sort of our back four like Joe Cole, Carvalho,
and Joe Cole in the back four.
Joe Cole and John Terry. We had Deco, Michael Ballack as well.
We've had some good players.
We've had some amazing players.
We've had some very good players, but like for quite a few of them, they weren't necessarily at the peak of their powers, which was maybe why the likes of Frank Lampard, John Terry, and Didier Drogba come out as the cult. Well, not even the cult icons, the icons of that era. Is because we've not had them at the peak of their powers. We had Shevchenko at one point, didn't we? And Crespo.
And Robin.
Oh, my God.
You think of the amount of quality that Chelsea have had. Like,
and now we've got Marcus Alonso. So the icons continue. Joe Cole is football's biggest mong, says Ollie.
Jesus Christ.
Great. He did score a banging goal against Sweden in the 2006 World Cup. Do you remember?
No.
He scored it from back here on the pitch and proper swazzed it. He defined swaz before Jeremy Swaz Lynch. He defined swaz before Jeremy Lynch. So, do you think Chelsea are going to score before the end of this half?
I think we've really got to. Whether we will or not is very much sort of up in the air.
Yeah, I think we're starting to dictate the game a little bit more now.
Which is nice in this sort of the Tuchel way. But Brighton, look how many players we've got back though.
Yeah,
we've got 5-6 players in our box right now. We've got 2, and we've just welcomed to the free kick. So that's all over and done with now.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a solid defensive performance. And I spoke with Charlie and Mitch when they were on for the Brighton Manchester United game. I'm turning it into a Brighton channel slowly but surely. To be honest with you, I would have done if that Super League stuff would have continued. But Manchester United, they did the same against United. They got their opportunity and Danny Welbeck took it. So Chelsea need to be wary of that. At 0-0, at 1-0, you always have to be wary that teams can get a goal. As Mason Mount picks up the ball, poor bit of play there from Brighton. They keep making mistakes. They are trying the right thing to get the ball out, but they are making mistakes. And Mason Mount and Kai Havertz and Christian Pulisic nearly got on the end of one there. Interesting.
Is it though?
It is, because they keep making these mistakes, and surely it's only a matter of time before Chelsea make them punish, because you can't lose the ball that high up the pitch and expect to get away with it every time.
Yeah.
But that is the one thing Mason Mount does have in that midfield role that maybe over Kante he doesn't have, is that ability to go forward. Kovacic is the perfect player for me in that role.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But I think Mount definitely possesses maybe a bit of that Kovacic ability, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've spoken about this before the last time I was on. Kovacic is possibly the most underrated player in that Chelsea squad. He is so good. He's such a great player of the ball. He can get forward. He can defend. Even bags the odd goal now and again.
Very occasionally.
Very, very rarely. But I really like him. I really like Kovacic, and he is that sort of ideal player to have in that role. We haven't really seen Mount get back too much. I think it's been mostly Jorginho who's been doing it. I mean, if you look at where we are now, like Pulisic is currently further back than Mason Mount, and what's good, and Marcus Alonso. See how far Marcus Alonso's pushed up. He may as well be playing left wing, never mind left wing back.
Classic Marcus Alonso. Classic Marcus.
He's like the Trent of Chelsea in a way. He's more than willing to get forward, getting back. That may as well be Olivier Giroud in the middle of the box now.
Yeah, ball whipped in from James. Not great. Not a great opportunity there. Name some underrated Premier League ballers. I'll start, says Ollie. Morgan Gams Pedersen. You take it away whilst I'm hiccuping and burping here. Apologies.
I think some underrated ballers.
I know, that's the problem. Kovacic. There we are. There's our response.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a cop-out.
Underrated ballers. That's actually really hard to think about. You know who was underrated? Florent Malouda.
Florent Malouda.
I think he was quite underrated. I thought he was a decent
Solomon
player.
Kalou as well. I like Kalou.
Yeah, Solomon Kalou. He was. Yeah, I agree with that.
We should probably not think of players that are not in the Chelsea system, but
you watch the Chelsea system a lot. Adel Taarabt. Taarabt was good in the Championship, but he wasn't maybe at that level at the Premier League. He maybe drifted off. Dazza is back, Ollie's best friend. He's a Stoke fan as well, this Dazza. Brilliant decision from Chelsea tonight. Fair play to the football community. It has been a good response from the football community. And thankfully, that might be a little bit of a booking, maybe, as we're lagging, so we can't see what's happening here.
I don't know what's happened there. So it looked like the referee's actually given that free kick to Chelsea. I don't think he's given it to Brighton.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. But it has been good. Thank you, Dazza, for stopping by again, mate. And please make sure to smash that like button. Yeah, it maybe is a foul on.
Let's have a look at this. Slow motion now. Yeah, he's come right in there.
Yeah, it maybe is a foul on Rudiger. He's had his foot off the ground, whereas Rudiger's firmly planted. Ricardo Vaz-Tay.
Wow.
Malouda, GOAT, exactly. He honestly, it's some player in his prime.
Sorry.
Dirk Kuyt, there's another one.
Another one.
There's another one that isn't Chelsea related.
Michu. What a player he was for a season.
Odi Nagalo at Watford.
No, Watford for one season.
Makeda.
We can think of just one season wonders in the Premier League now. Sort of shifted from underrated ballers to one season wonders.
Did the match get delayed in the end? Yes, it got delayed by 15 minutes, Dazza. Thank you for liking, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it got delayed by 15 minutes because they wouldn't let the protesters wouldn't let the fans in. They wouldn't let the players in. As another foul comes off here. It's maybe getting a little bit feisty here. Is that the first yellow card of the night? Going out for Jorginho, captain for this evening?
Yeah, it is the first yellow card. I'm still reflecting on that horrendous sort of back heel that Hakim Ziyech just tried to play. Yeah. It was pretty awful.
It was truly awful. Still no goal. Yeah, unfortunately. But that's how football is, isn't it, really? That is how football is. Cat and whatever noise Ollie wants me to try and make there. I don't know what noise that is, so... Yeah, Dirk Kuyt was another underrated. Ryan Babel. He used to play for Liverpool at one point.
Yeah, I know.
What a player. I think we're learning that my knowledge is from me and my brother from Liverpool and Chelsea.
Ooh.
That's definitely a free kick. Welbeck's gone to get him behind. Zuma's put his arms around Danny Welbeck. Another booking here for Kurt Zouma. Let's see this again. So it comes into, I think that's McAllister. Flips it around the corner.
Completely run out of position there.
Yeah, and Alonso was kind of out of position as well. And he has had to do his best to, stop it, I guess, because he's been turned there and he tries to protest his innocence, but he's not. To be honest, Samuel, lucky you could stay in the Premier League. Exactly. We will. I think we will stay in the Premier League. I think we'll have points deducted at the beginning of next season. Be intriguing to see if they deducted points this season, where all the teams would still finish. Because it would not surprise me if Arsenal got relegated if they deducted points this season.
Yeah, they're close enough to the bottom.
Yeah,
but it'd be depending, of course, how many points they'd be willing to deduct.
Yeah.
You'd find that, West Ham and Leicester would be very much in the top four. Cross comes in, headed away.
I thought they were going to get onto that. I didn't see Zuma's defending. But Zouma on a tightrope now, not what you want when you've got your centre half and now your defensive midfielder, effort and goal. Easy catch for CHEBHA just to warm up his gloves. But say if they did 20 points, Chelsea would be down on 45 points, which would be enough. But Arsenal would be down on 26 points, lower than Fulham. If they deducted 20 points, Arsenal would be getting relegated.
I think 20 points is pretty dramatic. I don't think we've ever seen a 20-point.
How much did they deduct from Wigan last year?
I think it was, I want to say 12.
Oh,
Sheffield Wednesday. How many did Sheffield Wednesday have?
I honestly, I cannot tell. If Arsenal get deducted 12 points this season, they will be in 15th. Well, yeah. See, that's what I mean. It could all change, and Man City, I think, could still be at the top. They took them 12 points, would take them to 62. So yes, they would still be at the top of the league. So it wouldn't affect City. That's what we spoke about earlier. Is they need to find something that affects all the teams evenly, or give out even punishments for the teams, because financially it's not going to affect City. Deducting points this season, if it's 12 points, won't affect City. They'll still finish on top. So. And to be fair to them, let's credit to them because they've done that well this season.
Considering they weren't even in the top 4 in December, but not even in the top half of the table in December.
I literally released a video called "The Most Disappointing Team So Far," talking about Manchester City. So that shows how much they've turned around. It will be the punishments will be interesting to see, won't it? If they do come up with something, but I think they do need to come up with something.
Definitely, they need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. They need a real deterrent. And also, something just needs to be done in general. Reform is definitely the next option and something that needs to happen.
Dazza asks, so would they deduct points for next season? I don't think they would deduct points for next season because it needs to have an impact. And that wouldn't have an impact on Manchester City. It'd have an impact on everyone else. United, if they deduct 12 points, they go to 52 points, even still, with an opportunity to finish, especially because Manchester United will be in 4th.
Yeah.
So it's not going to affect Manchester United. It'll just affect Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, and very much so Arsenal. And they've got to find a way to do it that is fair to all teams so that it affects them equally and evenly, whether that be starting them all next season 12 points behind. But even then, I can still see a Manchester City team absolutely walking it. I can see them making up those points really easily.
Yeah, we saw just the sort of how, especially in recent years, how dominant the teams at the top have been, sort of in the amount of points that they've managed to collect over the course of the season. When City are getting 100 points in a season, is 12 points going to do anything? Chelsea have won the league on like 80 points. So you're telling me that on 88 points, City aren't going to win the league or something?
Yeah, that's the problem with that one, Dazza. That is the problem with that one. It makes it very difficult. Chelsea have a free kick about 40, 45 yards out here. Maybe a little bit closer. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating. But it's one to be whipped in here by Hakim Ziyech on that left foot of his that is occasionally half decent. So let's see what he can do. Oh, it's Mount who crosses it in with a right foot. Awful ball in there. Couldn't get enough power on it, but dropped to Reece James. Alonso looks to pop it over the top, and it has gone into Sanchez. So, guys, we are 5 minutes away from halftime show. So we need as many of you. Get your friends, get your family, get your pet dog, whatever it is. Get them around the screen, and let's make sure we have a good halftime game, so that you can put Louis to the test, because it is you versus the comments this evening. So I'm hoping Ollie, Dazza, whoever else is in here, Shah, anyone else who's been in here today, I can't remember, Venuk, Jake, whenever they all come back, you've got to be ready for this halftime show. You can't have it. Literally, the guest has won every time I've done this, because Ollie has won it twice, and I think someone else has won it. I can't remember who else did it, but you'll have to wait.
It's just gone for that back heel again and has completely missed it again. It's lucky the ball was still rolling forward, because then it popped up in front of him, so he could then play the pass again. Honestly, he needs to sort of. It's been very quiet from Ziyech in this game. Not a lot of the Chelsea sort of attack have come from sort of this left-hand side.
Mm.
Marcus Alonso, Christian Pulisic, even sort of Mount getting in on it as well.
There we are. That's a lovely ball, though. Lovely little bit of intricate play to Havertz on the edge of the box. Havertz out wide to Reece James, who's in the box, pulls it back to Mason Mount. Mason Mount, oh, good defending there by, I believe that was Trossard, getting back well, doing his defensive duties. I thought Mason Mount was just going to let one rip, to quote Beyblades. Let it rip. I'm elite, says Ollie. Yes, you are. You are for this game anyway. So you need to be on it. You need to be on it like a carb on it, as they say. Probably just making up my own phrases as I go along here, but just make them rhyme. It sounds like a phrase. I want to see a goal before half time. I was going to say, can we see a goal before half time? And we need to. I've just seen something pop up on breaking news, but it's not anything to do with the football, so we are okay.
Brighton have a shot here.
Oh, that was closer than I thought.
That dipped a lot.
Deflected shot from Yves Bissouma, I believe that is, was blocked, and it just looped a lot closer, wasn't it, to Kepa's net than he maybe first anticipated.
Yeah, I thought that was well over, but no, look at the dip on that. It hits the top of the net.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big opportunity from Brighton there to sort of grab one before half time. It could be huge if Brighton are to grab one before half time.
Yeah, it changed the complexion of this game and changed the team talk for Thomas Tuchel. They do have a corner though, like we said, it was deflected. Ball whipped in. Can though get a big header on it though? Unmarked there. I don't know who that was. I think it was Ben White was unmarked in there. Another ball whipped in, looking for that back post. Closer again than I thought it was at first, but it's gone out for a goal kick, and Chelsea looked like they survived. It was Adam Webster who was free in the box for that second opportunity. Sam being very partridge at the moment. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Not sure why West Ham's boss, David Moyes, is in the stands. Clearly went to the wrong North London game. I guess he's just scouting, isn't he, for the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know when it just shows David Moyes, so I was like, hey, what's he doing there? It's not like it's Southgate or someone, like, you know, like an international manager in the stand sort of scouting for
players. For the international. Weird one, but, you know, he's got to do his research. He's got to do his research, and, you know, it might help him out. They're doing well this season.
Might not have a Sky subscription. So he can wrangle himself a ticket to the game.
He just pretended to be someone important, and no one realised it was David Moyes.
I mean, fair play to David Moyes and what he's done with West Ham this season. You can't, you know, knock it at all. He's done absolutely sensational things with that team, and that, you know, that West Ham team looks so solid. It's going to be a real challenge.
Sometimes I wonder if David Moyes knows what he's done with that West Ham team. I really do. Like, I just question it. I'm like, does he know what he's doing? He did well with Everton, but I always felt like Everton, like they were always up there, but they always felt slightly further off. But this season, West Ham, you just get that feeling that they can beat anyone.
Yeah, they are really a true threat this season. It's and I don't know, David Moyes. I mean, how many times has David Moyes even got top four in his managerial career in the Premier League? I can't imagine he got that many with Everton.
Max of about 3, surely.
You know, this would be big for him if he can do it. But,
and big for Jesse Lingard. Did you see that clause that's apparently in his contract?
Yeah,
he gets a whatever bonus, however many £1,000 bonus for getting him into top 4, which is if you're other West Ham player, you may be feeling a little bit cheated out of that one, aren't you?
But you can't deny that Jesse Lingard's come to, you know, West Ham and done, you know, absolutely amazing things.
Yeah, he has.
He's been absolutely sensational.
It's good to see him with that love of football all over again.
And we just know that he's going to the Euros.
It's a big question, though, isn't it? That attacking midfield role, it's so heavily debated in this England side in the first place. And, well, now it's made even worse for Gareth Southgate. It really has. we've had Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Mason Mount, James Maddison, all this discussion. And the last thing he would really want would be to have another person in there making it hard for him. But Jesse Lingard has put himself about. And, what if Dele Alli starts doing well over the last few weeks? And it could be an absolute... Honestly, it'd be really difficult for...
May as well just take the 2018 World Cup squad to this rate.
Yeah, exactly. With just Mason Mount. I don't think we can drop Mason Mount. Oh my eyes.
No, you can't drop Mason Mount.
No, I don't think we can. But there we are. I'm Mason Mount biased. So
a lot of people want to make the argument that we can drop Mason Mount, but we can't.
Yeah, as he's proven tonight, he can play more than just the attacking midfield role.
Yeah.
He can play in that wide position as well. And it does look like it is half time now at Stamford Bridge. So I hope you're all excited for the game, for the half-time game, not the actual game, the half-time game. So, Louis, do you know what this game entails?
No.
So, this game is, you've got to think of it like Pointless, okay? Think of it as you have to get the most obscure answer you possibly can. So, there will be Ollie, there will be whoever else is in the comments. Let us know if you are in the comments so I can say who's in the comments and we can get good answers. So there'll be Ollie specifically, who is the one who's been talking in recent minutes. They will be in the comments and they will have to try and guess your answer. And if they guess your answer, then they win. If they don't guess your answer, you win.
Right,
so
okay.
It's a random topic. It's a topic that I've chosen and it is predetermined. Jake Air is ready. Jake's in the comments. Ollie, I will go whenever you say you are ready. So let us know and we will get it sorted. So the first one on the screen, and they are allowed as many answers as possible.
Okay.
And what you have to do is on the private chat function on our thing, you'll just have to type it in. So then I know you haven't gone, ooh, it's actually this person.
Right, okay.
So there is no cheating. There is no possibility of that. So the first one is, we've got 3 comments in here. Venuk's back brilliantly and Dazza's back as well. They're all ready to take you on. Here we go. So Louis versus the comments. The first one is, I really think I've gone, did we win the league in 16-17? I'm thinking of Antonio Conte's year. Is that 50? Is that?
Oh, I thought you actually meant the year 16-17. I was like, bloody hell, that's a long time ago. Did we win it in 16-17? Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Okay, I was just making sure. I thought it was. I wrote it down, and then I was like, as soon as I saw it, then I was like, did we win it that year? A member of Chelsea's title-winning 16-17 side. So you've got to try, maybe go as obscure as possible, or you can do what a few people have done and go blatantly obvious that people don't say it. But the comments have as many options as possible, and they can guess anything they like. So I'll give you a couple of seconds. Start commenting. Obviously, Louis, if you see one of their comments, don't pick that one. Because
no, I've only got our private channel open, so I can't see
brilliant. That's even better.
Christ, I'm trying to think of a player now. Let me think.
Spam those comment sections, guys. Louis is having a think.
I feel like this one's probably already been answered. I'm afraid to look.
Okay. So we will go through the comments. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got Zappa Costa says, Dazza, Asmir Begovic. Answer that. If that was he in that squad? I think he might have been.
Begovic was, yes.
Alonso, Moses, Courtois, Alonso, Costa, Zuma, Cesc Fabregas, I've just seen. Matic, Kennedy, Edouard. Crikey, guys, keep them coming. We'll give you another 20 seconds. Terry, Kante, Cesc, Willian. Why does my thing update all the time? It's really, really irritating. Willian, Cahill, Costa, Pedro. Right, we'll give you 15 more seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are not taking any more past Musonda from Ollie. So let's have a look through, and then Louis, you can reveal who it was. So there is Pedro, Michi Batshuayi, Dominic Solanke, Willian, Batshuayi, or however you spell his name, Matic, David Luiz, Moses, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Nathan Ake, Ruben Loftus-Cheek again, Pedro, Tammy Abraham, I think was there, Hazard. So there was plenty of answers there. Louis, would you like to reveal your answer?
It was Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
So, Ollie, you managed to get him, and I think Venuk also got him. Pretty much simultaneously, you two got him. So, congratulations to Venuk and Ollie for taking the first round. Louis, you're one. Well, there might be a forfeit if there's a whitewash. But that is the first round to the comments. Congratulations, everyone. Well in. Thank you for all commenting. It makes it so much easier for the game. Right, next round. Are you ready?
Yeah, let me get the private chat open.
He's got the private chat open.
Okay.
Comments coming through. Come on, says Venuk. Here we go. The next one is a Chelsea or Brighton player to have scored this season.
To have scored any of them.
To have scored this season. Any of them to have scored this season. But importantly, they've got to have scored. So I will let you check that said person has scored.
Oh, you actually allow me to check?
I will let you check that they've scored.
Thank you.
Rather than just searching on the list and going for the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Comments start going. Venuk and Ollie link up play.
Is it Premier? Is it Premier League or any or
we'll give you Premier League because I think there's quite a few. When I worked it out, I think there's about 26, 27 to go from.
Ooh.
Maybe not even that.
Right.
The comments are going crazy. They're absolutely flying in. What's Louis gone with? Right, Louis has got his answer. We've made sure this person has scored. So here we go. Morpai, Connolly, the Iranian man, Yakinbach, Jorginho, Zuma, Alexis McAllister, Bissouma, Trossard. Oh my God. Venuk just absolutely spammed about 6 different things. Trossard, Dunk, Solly March, Dunky, Gross, Dunk, Abraham, Solly March, Werner, Havertz. Right, we're going to give you 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will not take any more past Ziyech from Venuk. So here we go. Where did I get up to? Won't take any more past. So Havertz, Pascal Gross, Chilwell, Reece James, Alzate, Bissouma, Alonso, Lamptey, Chilwell, Lallana, Mount, Silva, Veltman, and Ziyech was the last one. So Ziyech being the last one. Would you like to reveal your answer?
It was Thiago Silva.
So Venuk, you have taken a 2-0 lead against Louis. Given the comments, that 2-0 lead with Thiago Silva being the answer.
The last ones to comment as well.
It was literally one of the last ones to sneak in. So well played, Venuk. Now you can see the frustration in this game. That's why we love this game. That is why we love this game. So congratulations, Venuk, for answering that correctly. What I'm going to say to the comments is, do you want this to be like a all or nothing round? So either you guys can say it'll just count as another point, we'll just go to like 2-1 or 3-0, try and whitewash him, or this final round can be all of it. Everything is at stake for you. Let us know. LG Edwards, but the L stands for loss, says Ollie.
I thought Silva was a good guess.
I thought
he scored like 1 goal this year.
I thought it was. Let us know. Do you want it to be like triple points in this round, so Louis has the opportunity to win, or are you keeping with your win there, guys? Let's have a look. Let's see what you say, and I will get the thingy prepared for you guys. Let's have some conversation, guys. Whitewash FC, put balls to the wall. I'm voting for all or nothing. Ollie's gone for all or nothing. Let us know. Double points. Yeah, double, triple points, whatever it is. All or nothing, double points, triple points, whatever it is. I don't mind whether you guys want either a 4-0 loss. All or nothing, Jake says. It's all or nothing, Louis.
Oh, God, this is going to go.
It's all or nothing. So, if not, it's going to be a whitewash.
And that's pathetic of me.
And there'll be a small forfeit. We'll let the comments decide a small forfeit for what you have to do.
Fun.
Maybe we'll try and get Paddy one of his Tottenham shirts, and you have to wear one of them, or something along those lines. And we'll upload it somewhere, and you'll have to come on next time you come on. With the Tottenham hat on. Oh, that looks so cute. You look so cute in a Tottenham hat. Anyway, here we go. So that is the opportunity for you guys. You guys will be able to decide if you give him a whitewash. Louis, are you ready?
I better get this.
So you'll be pleased. This one is much more broad.
Okay.
A player to have won the Premier League under Sir Alex Ferguson. This is so much more broad.
I know, but you got to think of the thing is, the problem with that is there are so many players. It's thinking of one. Right.
Comments, get yourself going. Decide who do you think it's going to be. Get a Fulham tattoo.
No. To be honest, out of all the clubs in London, Fulham wouldn't be the worst.
Yeah. And you could say when you go to Stamford Bridge, you just got slightly lost.
Sorry, I'm on Fulham Road and right, okay, I'm making my guess now. Right.
Louis making his guess. I can see some comments flooding in. He's getting frustrated. Getting frustrated. He's not looked. Okay.
Please.
I like that answer.
It's a good answer, but someone's going to say it, aren't they?
Darren Fletcher, Nani, Michael Carrick, Fabio, Patrice Evra, Berbatov, Van der Sar, Scholes, Nicky Butt. I'm going to give them slightly longer for this one because there's so many. Teddy Sheringham, Cleverly, Beckham. We have Ben Foster, pretty sure. Steve Bruce. Keep going, guys. We'll give you a little bit longer. Ronaldo. Jacob went for the obvious one. Imagine if you'd have got that for Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Scholesy, Anderson, Giggsy, Cusack, Thomas Cusack. What a man.
Hell.
Keno, Neville's. Both Neville's.
Neville's.
Come on, comments. Keep going. Cantona from Jake. Think far and wide. We will give you an extra 30 seconds or so. Keep going. Keep them going. We've got Ji-Sung Park, York, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Rio Ferdinand.
Ollie's just how wiki he is.
He definitely looks like he is. Ollie, if we find out you're cheating, you will be banned from the stream. I will deem whatever the phrase is. I will mute you from the stream. That's what we'll do. McClare, John O'Shea, Rooney, Giggs, Wes Brown, McNair, Keane, Schmeichel, Rooney, Darren Fletcher, Irwin. We'll give you 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will take no more past Venux, Irwin. Lowe's just came in. We'll go from there. Anderson, Keane, Irwin. There was 3 more.
Nice.
So, Louis, do you want to reveal your answer?
Ji-Sung Park. For Christ's sake.
It looks like it is 3-0 to the comment. I don't know who's put that. I think it was Ollie.
It was Ollie.
It was Ollie on his Googling list by the looks of things. Has come through and got the win for the comments. So, Louis,
I'm gutted.
There's a forfeit coming your way.
I thought Ji-Sung Park's a good guess.
I thought it was. I didn't think it was too obvious, but I didn't think it was too unobvious. I thought it might just slip under the radar and people would sort of forget about him. But there we are. There's confirmation. Ollie did say Ji-Sung Park. So
been ruined.
he has been ruined, and come on, nice. So it has been a whitewash. So Louis, we are going to have to get in touch with some Spurs fans and see if we can get you a Spurs hat or something like that.
Oh God.
For the next game. I'll message Paddy, shall I? See if he's got any Spurs merch you can wear for the next one.
Does it mind if I burn it afterwards?
I'll never get out of the shower after that game. Just
Lou,
washing the
Oscar's calling you a bottle job.
Hey.
There you are. Ollie says, defo haven't Googled either. That's so tragic from me. Questions.
I'm going to come into your room and check.
You should have told him. You should have just gone. So, congratulations to the comments. Louis looks disappointed.
I'm wrecked.
He really does look disappointed, but the comments have got the better of him. So, congratulations to you guys. And thank you for the good game. Jason Park was actually my first instinct. That's so funny. To be honest with you, I thought it would be, like I said, oh, just seen Jordan Henderson's statement.
Yeah, and Trent has also tweeted out as well.
Yeah, so few more players trying to push forward for the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, and Spurs to leave. Louis forfeit has to be him saying he supports the Super League.
No. I'll get you like
Imagine if you get cancelled for that.
Oh, God.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll take my video down now and then just re-upload one thing.
I knew Louis would go for some one crap.
Oh, mate, Jesus. Talk about underrated ballers in the Premier League. Jason Park was a baller in the Premier League. He was such a quality player.
Big statement, that one, Ollie. Big statement. Looks like some of the players are starting to come back out. I thought she was on BT Sport. I don't know what her name is. I can't remember. Is it Jules? Is that who I'm thinking of? I thought she was on BT Sport. But
Well, she might be. This is a Sky game.
yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't think you could both play for them. But there we are. Oh, no, Louis. Personally, I wouldn't take it. Exactly. Rattled. He's bitten. He's bitten. Reel the fishing rod in. Reel it in. Reel it in.
I'm just being trolled by the comments. So.
Yeah, that's all that happens. That's what happened with Charlie as well. So, well, at least it's their way of showing that they love you, Louis. It's their way. Yes. That's why no one winds me up.
You hate them all.
They all hate me, that's why. So we are getting back underway at Stamford Bridge. It is still 0-0 at Stamford Bridge. I don't know why I said that as if it was going to change over half time, but it is still 0-0 and we are back underway. Kai Havertz has got back underway. No immediate changes, it looks like. I'm sure we will find out in the upcoming moments. And Ollie is going to tell you a joke as well. So, Louis, knock, knock.
I'll just no.
Can we play you every week? Says Wedman. I mean,
none of my guesses were awful though.
No, they weren't. That's the beauty of the game. I know Jordan Spencer was on the other day. He won it with it was name a current Bundesliga player, and Choupo-Moting had scored in the Bayern Munich game, and he went with Choupo-Moting, and no one said it. And he went because he was like 2-1 up at the time. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like finesse him."
Yeah.
Well, my prediction of 3-0 is done out. It's not yet. We could have a big second half.
3-1.
Brighton could hold off for a draw. Wouldn't be bad for Chelsea, a draw. It wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be bad. We could
really do with the win, though.
Yeah.
Especially against a team that's so low in the table.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because if we get a draw at the weekend, that could change absolutely everything. And then Ollie is laughing at Wedman as well. So... underway. What changes would you like to see in the second half? Do Chelsea need to bolster a little bit?
Definitely. We've had so many opportunities. We really had those chances to break, and I think we need to take advantage of the fact that Brighton do look a bit slow at the back. They don't. Well, they might be a bit more switched on coming into the second half, but they really didn't look like that. And you look at the way that no one's really picking up Havertz there. Like when he was making his movement, just a ball over to Havertz there could have been quite good, but Chelsea just need to be a little bit more switched on at the front. They just need to push a bit harder, and
hopefully we'll just get that goal. They just need to keep the pressure up, and I think eventually Brighton will crack. But doing stuff like that isn't going to help.
Poor touches from Christiansen aren't going to help. Evening, June. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Oh, Josh's stream is going okay. I'm sure he will be. Unfortunately, I struggle to stop by when I'm also streaming at the same time, but there we are. Right, enjoyed the halftime show. I'm off to do more disc work. All right, Ollie, see you in a little bit. And Ollie asks, Dazza, why did neither of us go for Nick Powell? That is a very good question, Dazza. You forgot about your own player. So there we are. So I think I want to see Werner, you know.
Yeah.
I think because at the minute, Havertz looks like he's trying to play to feet a little bit. Like, look how deep he's come here. The two wide players are further out than him, as we get a perfect image as the stream freezes. They are wider than him, and it's going to be, if we have Werner on, I think it will cause a little bit of difference up front for Chelsea, and I think it might cause a few problems for Brighton. Brighton are being very physically demanding of this Chelsea attackers, and very difficult. And Dazza said he actually went for him as well. So there you are, Ollie. You missed that one out. You missed out Nick Powell. Well, anyway, enjoyed this. Come on, someone score, says Shah. We need a goal, says June. Yes, we do. We just need something. We need something to keep us going, to tide us over for the time being, at least.
Yes, I do have actually something to tide us over for the time being. Manchester City, 2 minutes ago, have come up with an official club statement confirming that they will be pushing to leave the European Super League.
So there we are.
So they've just come out with that on their website.
Manchester City following Chelsea in suit, I guess, following suit. And it looks like, well, it's all going to crumble, isn't it, the dynasty that they were trying to build. So let us know what you think to that, guys. Manchester City and Chelsea both now officially looking to leave.
Website is down.
And the Man City website has gone down. That shows the overload for it. And Dazza says he got him after the countdown. Right, fair enough, Dazza. We'll let you off then, mate. We'll let you off. We will let you off. A lovely ball out wide there to Ziyech. Ziyech gets by. What can he do now? He's inside the box, looks up, pulls it back. Oh, Pulisic, shot blocked. Good defending there from the Brighton defender. They are really blocking out these Chelsea attackers, aren't they? They're being physical, they're being strong, and they're not giving them a moment's peace. I think there's goals in it for him though. Kraft is back. I think Kraft is your name, Bailey. I think it was. I can't quite remember, but remind me. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Be sure to smash that like button for me. That would do me the world of good. Let us know your score prediction. It is still 0-0 for Chelsea versus Brighton, and everyone is saying we need a goal. We do, Venuk. We do. We're trying to milk this ESL thing as much as possible to talk about it. But we do need a goal. I don't know why we came on early. We should have just spoken about it if we knew the game was going to be like this. But there we are. You don't know that, do you? You don't always know it, so you don't know what's going to happen. And it says Kraft. There we are. We'll call him Kraft then. Ziyech. That was a light foul, that really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that was a bit cheap from the Brighton player.
He's gone down a little bit easily, but in this game, if you don't go down, you don't get the foul, do you? So that's the problem there. I wish the stream would be a little bit more consistent. I don't know what you're doing, Sky Sports. I don't know what you're doing to us, but unfortunately.
Let's stick this on my phone. You can tell we're watching an Irish telly, can't we?
No, we are watching Sky Sports.
Yeah, on VPN. Sounds just not VPN, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, watch how someone on our team will score a wonder of a last-minute goal. Who do you reckon could score a wonder goal? I mean, after Zuma earlier, I'd be saying Zuma. That was a cracking effort, wasn't it?
I think something's from maybe Mount's always got. He can always pull one out of the bag. It's a pity for Tomori. He doesn't play for us anymore. He's not playing for us at the moment. Trust him to whack one from 40 yards. I don't know. I think there's plenty. The thing is like you look at the Chelsea team, you look like people think like where a goal's going to come from. You can you know where goals can come from. You know, we've got 4 players at the top of the pitch that are all more than capable of not only creating goals but scoring them.
And you've got Marcus Alonso. I don't know if he was included in that.
No, but I was thinking more of the Havertz, Ziyech, Pulisic, and Mount. You know, 4 players that are, as I said, more than capable of scoring goals. You know, Ben Chilwell, if he was to come on for Marcus Alonso, maybe could do something. I would like Kovacic maybe included in this game. Maybe switch around this sort of front, the front of the sort of the pitch a bit. Maybe, you know, bring off someone like
Ziyech, because he's not been great, has he?
Yeah, I mean, Christensen on one hell of a run there.
Out wide to Reece James now. What can he do? Christensen still in the box
Oh.
and blocked. Good defensive play. Bailey says, or Kraft says, 1-0 Chelsea with a Ziyech goal. That's his prediction. I could see it being 1-0 Chelsea, but I'm not sure about a Ziyech goal at all. I would say Mount or Pulisic. Yeah, I think they've both got the capabilities of scoring a good goal. I want Werner to come on. That's what I want. I think he'll change the game for us. I think he will offer direct running and he'll offer something a little bit different, which will be interesting for Chelsea's defence. As this Mount looks for a ball forward there, maybe a foul there if our stream wasn't lagging. But Havertz has picked the ball up and it has gone back for that foul on Hakim Ziyech. Has it?
No.
Oh no, I thought it had. The whistle sounded like it went.
Yeah, it did sound like the whistle went, but it didn't.
It didn't. Nevertheless, I don't know what is going on with our internet tonight. It is not holding up very well tonight.
Yeah.
Apologies for this. Louis sticking it on his phone so he can at least see it.
I'll stick it over there. Just put it like.
Oh yeah, just in case. Yeah.
It's got a little thing at the back.
There we are, and then we've at least got something going on. In case if one of them goes down as we're watching that again. What's that one on? That one's on 55. Why is that one? Let's see if we can get a different one on here. And we will get...
Stream legally, people.
Like us.
I am.
There we are. So we are 55 minutes in. We are 5 minutes away from that 60-minute mark, which people tend to make subs. What subs do you reckon are going to occur today?
Definitely bring Havertz off. Yeah, like you said, maybe then bring on Timo Werner. I think he would be definitely someone that could possibly just charge at this back line a bit more, maybe create a few more chances. Yeah, I would also maybe bring someone like Kovacic on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just good ball players, just someone to get the ball around the pitch a bit more, and then maybe even Ziyech coming off at some point. Interesting.
Yeah, it was an interesting tackle. A bit of a risk there. Heard about Super League and what happened at Stamford Bridge 2 hours ago. Yeah, if you want to catch up on any of that, Bailey, we did speak about it right at the beginning of this video. So scroll all the way to the back and you'll be able to hear my thoughts in an extended way. And Louis, if you want to hear his, check out the link in the description. That will tell you exactly where to find. And whilst you're over there, if anyone hasn't already, please go over to Louis' channel and smash that subscribe button for him. Help him move on a little bit. You've grown quite a lot actually over the last sort of month.
My Champions League and Europa League prediction videos do quite well, and that sort of driven my channel forward. But then I just talk about anything else, and it's just
that's the problem. That is the problem.
It's just everything back to normal.
Even Petr Cech had to come out. He did. Adam Lallana looks like he could come on. That is a game-changing sub that could happen there with Adam Lallana to come on.
Make an impact.
It is.
Passing it around the back like that is never comfortable. But yeah. Could something happen, please?
It's so boring, man. It is so boring. This is just our luck. One game it's full of goals when we do it together, and the other it isn't.
It's just
Rubbish. Something will happen soon.
You sure about that?
Surely something must happen soon, right? Right?
Don't envy you having to edit the highlights from this game.
I'm not going to bother doing it. I'm just not going to do it. I didn't do it for the last couple. I only did it for the West Brom one because they were all funny because you could just see us both.
Pulisic is down.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. Yeah, it's just come across the bottom of the screen as well. Man City have enacted procedures to withdraw from the developing group's plans of that. We'll see it on this one anyway if we don't see it. Maybe just caught a foot there as he's gone to run into the box. It was a through ball from Mason Mount looking for Pulisic, and looks like he's just caught a foot as Ben White has gone to step back. Looks like a bit of a sore one. It's gone, stud mark on his arm there. So definitely looks like a painful one, that one. And Leandro Trossard has come off for Adam Lallana. Oh my God, I hear so many sirens right now. Why do you hear sirens? I'm assuming that's not to do with us, but...
I'm going to say I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, no, me neither. So I'm assuming that's not to do with us.
Good, there's no raiding the back garden.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing, isn't it? The fact that there was someone getting arrested in our back garden, but...
Yeah.
Weird.
Does look like Pulisic is... Yeah, he's back on, so he's all right.
Yeah, it just looks like, just watching it there, it does just look like it's a little stamp just on his arm. It's accidental completely. And Kraft says it's police. Lol. Well, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. But the referee, I don't know who he's having a talking to right now. I don't know. It looks like he's having a talking to one of the coaches by the looks of things.
It's just so dull, this game.
It's just an absolute nothing balls. I'm assuming Bailey's talking about what when. What when? It was a few weeks ago. Someone got arrested in. We have like this, almost like a woodsy bit out the back, don't we?
Yeah.
And there was like police helicopters and armed police chasing after someone who was arrested literally outside the back of. There's like one room out the back of this room, and it was like literally 20 meters away. So it was literally just at the top of our back garden.
Yeah, some stupid time in the morning as well. Around about 5 in the morning, it all went down.
Yeah, it was. It really was. It was a. I mean, I didn't hear it. I'm assuming you did.
Oh, I did. It woke me up.
I didn't hear it because I was at the front. Half opportunity again. Brighton growing into this game a little bit now.
They are. They're finding these passes. Like we've just seen, there's been a couple of balls that have gone over the top. They've, looking to try and, get something from this game. Because I think they're seeing at the moment that Chelsea aren't getting anything. So, and they've been sat back. But as you can see, they're sort of high pressing like they were at the beginning of the game. I think they really are looking for something out of this game. Whether or not they'll be successful, we'll have to wait and see. But it's it's definitely looking a bit more positive for Brighton, and it's as a Chelsea fan, it's slightly worrying.
Yeah, especially with that high pressure. I think maybe that's what Lallana has brought to this second half, if you will. Coming on, maybe the fresh injection of legs might be what they have needed for this. Maybe we will have to wait and see if that causes any problems for Chelsea. Check out this YouTuber called Thogden. We know who Thogden is. Don't you worry about that. Petr Cech ain't happy either. No.
He was really not happy when he was going out, but he was like, "Give us time," and just sort of like just.
Hudson-Odoi is coming on. It looks like an attacking.
If it's Reece James, if that's for Ziyech, sorry. I think that could be a very interesting move from Tuchel. That is a very attack. I would say that's a statement of really wanting to go for this game and get 3 points.
Yeah, it looks like a statement of intent, doesn't it?
If it's for either, I think it will be for either Reece James or Hakim Ziyech. I'm kind of hoping it's the latter because Ziyech has done little to absolutely nothing in this game. Reece James, he hasn't really been sort of there, but he's definitely done a lot more. He's been a lot more prevalent on that right-hand side than Ziyech has been in this game.
Oh yeah, he definitely has been. I think that's the problem at the minute with Ziyech. He doesn't seem to find that consistency. Of course, we can't say he's been rubbish because otherwise we wouldn't be in the final of the FA Cup. But he hasn't been at his best at this current moment in time, and I guess it's just a little bit unfortunate for him. He's not really found his feet, has he?
No.
And there we are. We're back up to.
We're actually back up to
Yeah,
date
we're back
now.
up to date. This one's now in front of this one. I don't know what's going on today.
The wonders of Now TV still actually being behind live television.
Exactly. I do have Sky Go on my phone as well. I think I'm on Jake Camp's Sky Go. I can't quite remember, but there we are. Now we've got back on the big screen. It's all sorted now. The stream's back up working. So what can I change my profile picture now? Why don't you change it to a picture of Louis Shah? Louis would appreciate that. You can be his number one fan. And Shah, Venuk and Kraft, go subscribe to Louis. He does some absolutely fantastic content. Longer stuff. So if you have a little bit longer time, then it absolutely will suit you down to a T. So be sure to go over there. I want to see at least an extra 2 subscribers on Louis' channel. And Louis will let me know. And if not, I will be coming for you. Jokes, of course.
There's one.
There's an extra one. There we are. We've got at least an extra one. All right. Thanks, Kraft. Thank you. And Venuk is the one who subscribed to you. There you are. There you are. Louis does lots of stuff, different sports as well, guys. And, of course, he's a Chelsea fan as well. So you guys will love him. Subbed. There you are.
Yeah.
There's an extra 3 subscribers for you, Louis.
Thank you, Sam.
There you are.
Cheers, guys.
It's a little community for us, and all do what we can, don't we? And hopefully Louis will be racking up the numbers as well. Just needs a bit of support from you guys to get behind him so that he can start progressing. But as we've been saying, some of your thingy videos have been doing mental, your prediction videos. I think your last one absolutely dwarfed mine as well. Like the first one we did, we both like hit the similar amount, and your one absolutely dwarfed mine, didn't it?
I'm happy that people actually properly engage with them as well.
Yeah.
Even though I did get in my last when it was the Europa League round of 16 draw, I said Rangers to go out to Slavia Prague, as I think most people would. And then I had some Rangers fans in my comments going, "Nah, we're getting through this." Or we And then once they once they went out, I just sort of replied to his comment because I told you. They even made reference to it into my next one. I was like, "Ooh, that Kai Havertz,
it's
coming off."
Havertz coming off. Alonso coming off. For Callum Hudson-Odoi. That is a statement of intent. Jacob Wenman has subbed to as well. So now you're up to 24. You're making waves. I can see I'm on 245. That is mental. So thank you guys for subbing to me, and thank you for subbing to Louis as well. Really do appreciate it. You'll enjoy his content, and you will, trust me. Believe me, it'll be nice to see more than just me. Sam, remember when there was 200 people or something on that stream, or 400 on the stream of the two? We could have put Louis' YouTube channel, then he would have got loads. Exactly, but that's the problem. To be fair, there was 200 people on for a minute and a half, and then it dropped back down to 100 and then to 80, and then it sort of curved and plateaued out to about 40 across the rest of it. But it is just what happens, really, isn't it? It's one of those things. And for me, it's the exposure in it that I've actually got in the algorithm, and I've actually done quite well with the algorithm, so that's encouraging. Shah's on 93. So, Shah, I don't know what content you produce. Sam, did you put water on your head in 200? Honestly, Shah, it kind of all sort of went really quickly. So maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll say 500. I'll maybe do something. And Dazza has subbed to you as well.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for subbing to Louis. Really appreciate it.
Means a lot, guys. Thank you. I don't. I don't really do it sort of very often, but it's something I've always sort of just enjoyed doing. Yeah.
And so if you guys enjoy, and Shah does random TikToks, I also have TikTok, so if anyone's on TikTok, go and follow me on TikTok as well. I have one half decent video which got 40,000 views.
I have never been on TikTok.
I'm doing my dissertation on TikTok, so I have to have been on TikTok.
Mine's on Twitter, and I live on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't really live on it. Maybe I should have got Erin to do the dissertation on TikTok, because she lives on TikTok. So Man City have left. Yes, they have, Bailey. Yes, they have. That's another team down. We are 68 minutes in, man. 68 minutes in. Brighton are building into this game, though, at least. I mean, come on. Surely something's got to happen now. I mean, we've just spent 5 minutes getting people to sub to Louis.
I know. While I really appreciate it, it's kind of come at the cost of the fact that this game has been so boring.
I swear, Sam, we have text you. What? Replay 3 days later. What?
He said, I swear, Sam, when we text you, you reply 3 days later.
Oh, right. As in on my Instagram. Yeah, I do on my Instagram. Lovely ball in behind. Oh, my God, ZH. How has he missed the ball there? Can he redeem himself?
Oh my God.
What was that, ZH?
Genuinely appalling.
That was actually appalling. That was abysmal. It was a lovely ball in behind, and ZH has just gone to cross the ball in, and he's... Honestly, I think I've seen toddlers kick a ball better than that. The whole Big Six have left. I don't know. I've not seen anything about the whole Big Six leaving. I'm sure they will follow suit, though, to Chelsea. It's only Juve and Inter left. I think Real Madrid will still be in it. Can we talk about the weather now, please? Well, it's nighttime, so we can't see the weather shower. So that's why. It's getting a late one. This is going to be an absolutely late game, innit, for them.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a really long stream tonight because of it, but because of the delay.
This will go on for at least 2.5 hours.
At least, and a bit of a post-match debrief as well. If there's anything to talk about in the post-match debrief.
What happened? A ball was kicked around for an hour and a half. Nothing happened. The end.
Nothing happened in between. Basuma lines one up. Miles wide there.
It's about time someone did something.
Have AC Milan left? Do you know if Milan have left? I haven't seen anything. 3 out of the Big Six you would like to see.
I will be honest that there hasn't been any formal statements from the Liverpool players have come out.
Yeah, and said that
and
they
said
don't want
no. I've seen absolutely nothing from
Milan.
I'm currently having a quick little look, see if anything has been put out.
It doesn't seem like it. I think we would have heard of it, wouldn't we? Realistically,
considering 5 hours, the AC Milan chief executive was saying the Super League will be great.
Yeah, maybe not. Milan haven't said anything. We'll leave it there. 3 players out of the Big Six you would like to see in Chelsea. I would take Kevin De Bruyne back very quickly.
Right, here we go. So apparently the video conference, there was going to be a conference between the 12 teams. So far what's been reported is that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are very much in the project. They want to stay in it. Man City have we've already seen have formally announced their departure. Chelsea have still not completely confirmed, but have expressed serious doubts over to be able to do it. Liverpool players have all come out and said, well, it's clear that they don't want to be a part of it. I think it is. I think it's very much
dead as Kraft says at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it is very dead.
So the 3 players I'd choose, Manuel, would be Kevin De Bruyne. Strikers. What strikers are in the Big Six? I guess I'll go with Salah. I know we've already had Salah, but I'd go with Salah. Yeah, De Bruyne, we've had them both. That's what I mean. I think I'd go with them too. And
William, maybe? I was just thinking of 3 players that we'd already had.
Oh, no, not going for Willian. Never having Willian back. You know what? We'll have a workhorse. We'll go for a Jordan Henderson. I won't mind seeing a Jordan Henderson He's a workhorse. He does a job. Werner, and it's 73 minutes being played, by the way, Shah. I've just seen your comment. Sorry, mate. 73 minutes played. Still 0-0. And I'm just glad I'm not here on my own for this one. Oh, my God, my voice cracked then. That was awful. Oh, wow. What a time to be alive. And is it me or is it really warm in here as well?
It is.
Do you want to crack open the window? Because I've just been sat here. The radiator's not even on. It's just absolutely baking in this room. Van Dijk, yes, Dazza, that is a good shout. That
Van Dijk in our back three would be. I think that would work nicely.
Him and Thiago. Imagine him and Thiago Silva
and Aspilicueta.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. You win, Dazza. You win. Lovely ball in over the top to Werner. Werner, lovely touch. Lovely. Rolls it back to Ziyech. Ziyech looks to shoot, feints to shoot. Looks to thread it back through to Werner, but it's been defended. And looks like it was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. But better from Chelsea. A bit more creation, and Werner again going in behind. That's what I said he could do when he comes on, and that looks like is what he's doing. At the minute, he looks like he's going to try and get him behind. I can see we're on 23 likes, guys. If you haven't already liked it, be sure to smash that like button. Let's try and get to that 30 likes. That would be excellent. And if there is anyone you know who would be interested, be sure to share it about and share Louis about as well. Should I deliver? Should I deliver a fan to you, like in 5 at your home? I mean, if you could. Sam, thoughts on the new 2022 kit? I've not seen it. Have you seen it?
Oh, we talking? Sure, you talking about the one with the yellow on it? Because that is, it's awful.
Yeah, you'll have to find me a photo. Is that the one you mean, Shah? Can you send me the link? The link to what, Craft? What do you want the link to? I'm assuming you mean to the kit, so send the link, Shah, in the thingy so other people can see it as well. There you go. So that's the one he's talking about. Why is there so many different patterns on it?
Yeah,
that's weird. That I'm not sure on that at all. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Joseph Shipley, hi Curly, hi Sam. Sorry I'm late. Fresh trims on everyone I see. Exactly. Me and Louis are both looking tidy. And thank you for stopping by, mate. Be sure to smash that like button for me. We're 7 away from hitting the like total.
Drew on for Ziyech.
Oh, thank God Ziyech is off. We might have a fun 15 minutes or so at the end of this game.
That's 2 up top now. So I'll be Werner and...
But Morpie might have a say in this as well. He has come on. I don't know who Morpie came on for. Or Morpay. What's he actually called? Or am I just making up?
I say Morpay, but I think it might be Morpie.
I don't know. Memphis Depay confused me because I always thought of it as Depay.
I think it might be Morpie.
I think he came on for Trossard, didn't he? Oh, no, he came on for McAllister. Mistake here. I was about to say, and it's 1-0. Adam Lallana has missed a sitter there. They'd won the ball high up the field here. A mistake by Kurt Zouma has been tackled. And then Adam Lallana looks to guide one past Rudiger and past CHEBHA into that bottom left. CHEBHA looks furious with his defender. And Chelsea have got away with one there. They really have. They've got away with one big time.
You've got to big up Rudiger there. He was in the way there. He couldn't. It stopped it. Just a dig goal there. Brilliant positioning from him, but that is sloppy defending, especially from Kurt Zouma. But he did have 2 players on him. He was under a lot of pressure. But geez, that is someone that's we've just been let off.
Yeah, we've been let off big time. That should be a warning sign to anyone in this Chelsea team. It really should be a warning sign, and hopefully Chelsea will react positively now. And it looks like they're trying to. It's Jorginho, rolls it into Christensen. Christensen out to Mason Mount. Mason Mount into the feet of Hudson-Odoi. A little bit better passing here by Chelsea. But they need to be a bit more penetrative with their passing if they want to actually achieve something from this game. They need to look a little bit sharper and a little bit better. Is Mason Mount one? I need my fantasy. I'm assuming that means on. Because Curly is dyslexic. I need my fantasy league to recover bad. He is on, yes, he is on, but he's not done anything. I think I didn't do my fantasy team this weekend, so Mason Mount's my captain.
Oh, I mean, it could be worse. He could be someone who's left Aubameyang in their team.
Yeah, I think I've just realised that. So that's not great, is it? Brilliant. And Shah's just sent a link in the chat if anyone wants to see the kit for themselves. I don't really like it. I think it's a bit higgledy-piggledy as there's another mistake here. Danny Welbeck from range hits the post! Oh my God, Danny Welbeck. Chelsea let off again. Chelsea need to stop making mistakes. Shah's distracting us with football kits. It's all going on now. Danny Welbeck's got the ball again on this left-hand side. What can he do? Rolls it back into... I don't even know who that is. Gross into Lallana. Saved by CHEBHA. A strong hand.
Oh my. Oh my Lord.
What was this a mistake from? It was CHEBHA, rolled it into Jorginho. Jorginho turns out this time, doesn't turn out properly. And that is some strike from Welbeck from about 35 yards out. He's looked to bend it in that top corner. And Chelsea have got away with another here. Brighton could take all 3 points here.
Yeah, look at the momentum is completely with them now. Yeah. Chelsea's sitting back.
It looks like a cup final. It really does. It's completely open now. Brighton are coming close, Dazza. You're absolutely right. But can Chelsea steady this? Do you know why Mendy isn't being played? I think he's just having a rest, if I'm honest with you, Curly.
We got West Ham at the weekend.
Yeah, and then Champions League. Yeah. So that'll be why he didn't get played in the FA Cup. That was because, it was the FA Cup and kept his cup goalie. And it's probably a bit of a reward as well for keeping a clean sheet against Manchester City.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. Oh my God.
That was too close. Too close.
It is still 0-0. We're 80 minutes in, guys. 10 minutes left. It feels like there's a winner coming. And I don't know if it's going to be for Chelsea.
And it feels like the first time in like half an hour we've actually sat and chatted.
Yeah, on the actual football. That is the worst part about it. Curly, you can come around more often. You've come and the goals have... Well, I said the goals are flooding in. The shots are flooding in. They definitely are. Dark Knight says we should have gave the ESL a chance. Let's face it, Wolfsburg versus Lyon is not a game I'm rushing to see. Anybody agree/disagree? I disagree with that one, Dark Knight, if I'm honest with you. Those games, we're not rushing to see them, but I won't be rushing to see a franchised thing either. I think playing a league system could work, but not without you have to have the relegation. If you haven't already, which I'm assuming the reason you commented now is you haven't seen it, go to the beginning of this stream, mate, and me and Louis talk about it at great extent as to why we don't think it is. And then come back and join in the last 10 minutes of the game or so, or whatever we've got going. But if you are new, mate, smash that subscribe button. I can see why I know people want to see the best against the best, but I just don't think it'd work. I really don't. It
gets boring.
Yeah.
It just gets too predictable, too boring.
It'd lose its effect very quickly. I do what I can, says Curly. God save us, the legend's Welbeck-Dino. Yes, he might come good here. He actually might come good. And there, Shah's got the link for you. And Dark Knight is saying okay. And Dazza says, I disagree, Dark Knight. Real Madrid versus Manchester United will get repetitive after being played twice a season. Precisely.
Yeah, I was saying, us playing, we were going to, the plan was to stay in the Premier League with this sort of just being like a midweek sort of league thing. But let's say we're in the same half, because of course it would be split into two. Let's say we're in the same half as Manchester United and Arsenal. Do we really, as a Chelsea fan, do I really want to watch us play Chelsea and Arsenal 4 times in a season? And that would be regular? No, I don't want to see that.
And that's without Carabao. That's without FA Cup. Last season, we played Liverpool at least 3 times. We played...
United 4 times. We must have played Arsenal at least 2 or 3 as well. And this season, we've played Spurs 3 times. And it's just not for me. And the fact is, when we drew Real Madrid in the Champions League, I was like, when was the last time we played Real Madrid?
Apparently, we've never played Real Madrid.
Yeah, in the Champions League. It's been so long since Chelsea had ever played Real Madrid in a competitive game of football. And that is something that should be cherished, especially in the Champions League. Like, the semi-final of the Champions League against Real Madrid, like, that is an occasion. Playing Real Madrid twice in the season, one of the games probably being in Qatar and the other one in, in New York. That's dull. It's boring. It gets repetitive.
Shark AK says, Gary Neville, this is an absolute disgrace. What has football become? The richer become richer and the poorer become poorer. Unfortunately, that might be a sad reflection of how society is starting to come as well, more so than ever. And I don't know if Bailey's gone for a prediction there or if he's seen something that we haven't, but we will wait and see. Hopefully it is a Werner goal. If Chelsea are to score, it'd be lovely to get him some faith back.
He's on the ball now.
He's on the ball now. He rolls it out to Christian Pulisic. They've swapped sides, him and Mason Mount.
The ref's just got in the way of Jorginho there.
Yeah, foul, ref, foul. We're dead in the semis. I don't think we will be.
I reckon we can give Real a bloody good game.
Admittedly, looking at this, maybe not if we play like this, but I think if we play like we did against Man City, did our job perfectly, then yes, I do think we could do a job. We are 5 minutes away. Louis, I'm going to have to push you at some point for a man of the match. Rolled into Giroud. Oh, he hasn't swung at it properly there. No. He really hasn't. Just wide. I'm going to have to push you in a little bit for a man of the match. So you are going to have to start thinking about who you think will be man of the match. If you can. Yeah, Giroud's just not swung at it properly there, has he? No. Oh, come on. Let's have some late drama.
Come on.
At this rate, I genuinely, thinking of like the ESL side, I genuinely wouldn't mind if Chelsea lost. Because it'd be what a kick to the teeth that'd be for like the bosses and stuff like that, being like, oh yeah, this is the Europe's elite, and then the draw with Brighton.
Yeah, it's the same with the Liverpool result yesterday when Leeds got that the 87th minute equaliser. It kind of felt like justice. And if we get beaten, then that's sort of karmic justice on us. I'd rather not lose from a sort of a personal standpoint, but. I can imagine the memes will be flying around if we do end up losing this game. And if we keep playing passes like that and giving the ball away so cheaply, Brighton can definitely get one.
Dark Knight, do you think we should follow the German model and have some oversight of our club and other clubs? Example, greedy owners can't destroy. I agree with that. Yeah, we should have 50 plus one rule. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it gives a little bit of power. Well, it gives a lot of power back to us fans, and us fans at the end of the day should be the ones being able to have the say. We appreciate the owners, obviously, because they bring in this money for our teams to make them better, to buy new stadiums in Spurs' case, to do this, to do that. But at the end of the day, they need to be able to, we need to be able to have an opinion as well, because we are the ones watching the football. We are the consumers. Without fans, there's no sponsors. And without sponsors, there's no money in football. It would just be coming from elsewhere. Thank you, Dark Knight. And like I said, if you are new, smash that subscribe button, buddy. Really would appreciate it. So anything for you to add?
No, I'm just watching a very dreary game of football sort of unfold in front of my eyes right now.
Yeah, it's not been there's not been the passion, has there, for Chelsea?
Yeah, when Chelsea attack, I just can tell that we're just not getting anywhere. I mean, we can make something of this, maybe. Come on, do something. Oh!
He tries to weave past. It's gone back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Reece James here. Reece James, what can he do with it? Into Christiansen. Will he have a shot? He rolls it out to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic across the box. Oh! I thought he was going to spill it there, straight into the hands of Sanchez. Unlucky one there. Yes, we're 5 away from goal and 5 away from the subs goal. So if you can help, if you are new, smash that like button, hit subscribe. That would be absolutely fantastic. And there we just saw it again, the confirmation that Manchester City are looking to pull out as well as Chelsea from the European Super League. There's going to be one more opportunity for both teams here, and it depends on who can make it pay. Good defending there from Kurt Zouma, last-ditch defending. How many Chelsea chances? There hasn't been many, but hopefully there'll be some in the final stage. Hudson-Odoi rolls it into Giroud. Giroud, we need a bit more from him as well. We need to use him as that target man, use him as that player we know he can be. Lovely defending there from Brighton yet again. They've really kept Chelsea on the wraps today, haven't they?
Yeah, they've applied this sort of high pressure. They've kept Chelsea honest. They've been able to mobilise at the back. I was saying at the beginning of the game, I feared for Brighton that with this sort of high pressure sort of tactics that they were going for, it could cost them at the back. But you see, now, the amount of players they've got back is reminiscent of the Atletico Madrid game. But yeah, that's going to be a goal kick. Even though Werner is protesting against
adamant, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, Louis, I'm going to have to push you for a man of the match. We are in the 89th minute. Who is your man of the match for this evening?
Oh my God.
Do you want me to pick mine and then you can?
Yeah, go for it.
Mine, I'm going to go with Yves Bissouma. I think he has not put a foot wrong. He's been part of the reason that Brighton have been able to press far up the field. He obviously had that dipping shot, which was quite a big problem. And he's pressed up high. They've gone for Ben White, but I've gone for Yves Bissouma. What are you going with?
I think Ben White was one of the names that came to mind when you asked. He has been very solid in this game. A lot of the Brighton midfield, the sort of attack, have been very, very solid. I don't want to sound cliche and sort of just go with what they're, but honestly, I think Ben White he's been a very solid player. I would very much struggle to give it to any Chelsea player. It's just not been very exciting for a Chelsea standpoint unless someone can grab a late goal. But even then, it's a bit too late for me to change my mind. But yeah. Ben White would be my pick.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Chelsea players really could change my mind. I'm not sure really. I'm just looking at them at the ratings on SofaScores. This might have been a blessing in disguise if the English clubs can adopt the 50+1 rule. I think I agree with you there, Dazza. We don't actually know, though. That is the beauty of the world we live in. We don't know what's going to come of different things. And whilst they may look like a bad thing, they may end up being a good thing the next day. So you take it as it comes. You take it on the chin. And, if something doesn't go right, you try and correct that. And that is what we have tried to do. Shark AK says, man of the match, no one. Bailey says, look at this, we're playing Leicester in the Prem, and then we've got in the FA Cup as well. I don't know why is the FA Cup final in the middle of the league as well?
Shouldn't be. It's usually like a week or 2 weeks after. But Hudson-Odoi is free on the left-hand side here, pushing forward, and he's brought down. So with a minute and a half to go now, he's been booked. Ben White been booked. Wonderful. But Chelsea have a free kick here with a minute and a half to go.
Plenty of opportunity for them. If they don't get it from this, they might be able to get a corner. We know the attacking prowess of that Chelsea defence from corners. Specifically, Kurt Zouma from corners.
Yeah. Get this on. Right, we've got Kurt Zouma here and Olivier Giroud.
Yeah. Surely they can do something. Surely. Just looked, the FA Cup finals the 15th of May, so that's probably... Has he just been sent off?
No, he's yellow card. Oh,
he's been sent off. Ben White has just been sent off.
Oh.
For dissent.
So, do I take my man of the match now?
No, you said it. You said it. You can't take it. No backseas.
I'm gonna see what happens with this free kick
we'll
before I
see
say what I say next.
We might get a little bit of extra time, though, which is important. Reece James, which the ball is Giroud. Into the hands of Sanchez, and Sanchez will take his time. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, if that went in, Ben White is my man of the match for giving away the match-winning free kick.
I think it's so silly for him to get sent off there. He's literally picked up his first yellow on that foul, hasn't he? And then he's gone and got himself sent off for dissent with the referee. So... it'll be interesting to see if they can do anything with it. As Lewis dunks off on a run, no, please don't, not like this. Good block by Reece James. Chelsea are going to have to hit on the counter-attack here. Was he time wasting? I think it was dissent. I don't know. They didn't really say much about it. They didn't really show it, did they?
I thought he was just... I saw him get booked for the
the tackle. That one was obvious. It was a
maybe it was. It says foul on here, or maybe we missed the first yellow card. It looks like we might have missed the first yellow, but he's got the second yellow, no matter what. So there we are. It's disappointing for Ben White after like Louis said, he's had a solid game for the most part. But Brighton have the opportunity to win it now with all their height in the middle. Lewis Dunk jumps up. Can Christian Pulisic now lead a counter-attack? And it is full-time at the Bridge. And what a boring game. Thank you to you guys for sticking with us throughout that boring game.
So terrible.
Thank you for you guys for sticking with us. Without that, we tried to make it as best as possible, but with you guys, it makes it so much easier for us. So thank you to you guys. I don't think we're going to keep you. Sir, can we watch the Chelsea highlights? No, I will ban you from doing that. What a dead game for 90 minutes. Absolutely sure. I don't think we're going to bore you too much with the post-match stuff. Like we said, it is 10:10 now. It is a late one to end with. But Louis, before we go, what are your thoughts on tonight's action?
It was awful. It was boring. It was just nothing. Chelsea going forward just never seemed to be able to create those chances. Brighton looked so much more deadly when they were counter-attacking. I think Brighton definitely unlucky, maybe to come away with just a single point from that game. Welbeck's shot that hit the post was absolute rocket, and it's unlucky that. But that is not what I wanted to see from Chelsea. We needed those 3 points today, and now we're going to have to go to West Ham to get them, and that is going to be a very tough game. And if we play like we did there, I think we could definitely get unravelled. But fingers crossed that maybe something can come of the game of the weekend. But
Lundan says Brighton moral win. At least that's the one thing we can point out about it. It is a bit of a kick in the teeth. Well, it is a bit. It is a kick in the teeth for these teams, and it is a this weekend. What have we had? We've had Arsenal draw, Liverpool draw, and Chelsea draw.
Look, a win would have taken us both Leicester, man.
Yeah, it would have done, but we've got a chance at redemption against Thingy on Saturday, West Ham on Saturday. I won't be streaming on Saturday as it is my girlfriend's birthday on Friday, and we're doing some stuff on Saturday. We are going out, I believe. I don't know what the plans are, but I will be there, so I won't be streaming on Saturday night. So if anyone is looking for that, I will leave a link actually to one of my mates' YouTube channels. Who will be streaming the game, one would assume. I don't know why I'm speaking like the Queen. But I would assume he will be streaming. And if not, he will be streaming other games for you. So be sure, guys, to go over to Josh's channel down here, which I've just linked, and hit him a subscribe, and then you can catch up with some football there. So hopefully the next game will be a goal fest. Hopefully so. Well, actually, hopefully it'll be a 1-0 win to Chelsea because I'm not doing it. So hopefully it's not too dramatic. Oh my God, you guys! This was such a good game. There were so many goals. Precisely. Dazza says, "All right, thanks for streaming. No worries. Thank you for coming, Dazza. I really appreciate it. At least United never drawed." Well, I guess
kick a man while he's down.
Kick a man while he's down. Yeah. Well, I guess we are going to conclude tonight. Like I said, there's not much to talk about. Go subscribe to Louis if you're not already. Go subscribe to Josh that I've just linked in the channel, in the chat, sorry. Go over there for the weekend because I won't be streaming this weekend. So go subscribe to him. Help him get on the way to 1K subs. He is at 821, which is mental. If you aren't already subscribed to myself, subscribe to me. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already on the stream and you've enjoyed. Shah says, "Thank you, Louis, for being our guest."
No.
Yes, thank you,
very
Louis.
much better guest today.
Well, it made it easier for me, and it's not just me, Shao, and Daz are having a conversation between us. So thank you for stopping by. So that concludes tonight's show, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit different as you can tell by the beginning of the video. If you did miss that, go back to the beginning, watch the first 20-30 minutes. You'll see me and Louis talking about the European Super League in a lot of depth. I will be back next week with the Champions League. Hopefully You might be with me. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Well, this is done by then. So.
Yeah,
No,
Louis might be
no,
with
no,
me.
no.
Dark Knight says, hopefully you can score on Saturday, unlike our team tonight. Exactly. Hopefully, Dark Knight. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Like I said, if you are new, smash that like, hit subscribe, and we will see you next Tuesday for the Champions League semi-finals. Cheers.